But this is a while ago. Anyways, let's jump right into the game. So last we left off, you guys had made your way to these. Well, the past couple of times we left off, you guys made your way to the Suhugan Fortress, completed your reconnaissance mission by killing the fucking Baron and counting everyone else you killed.
Oh yeah, and his wife.
And making your escape with all of Darren's brothers, and making your way back to Saltmarsh, where they threw a party for you and congratulated you on your success and prepared for the coming weeks in which you would all go to attack the fortress with the forces of Saltmarsh and the allied forces of the underwater races to defeat the Sahuagin threat once and for all, and for the lizard folk to reclaim their home. Yeah. For that time being, you guys have 2 weeks, 10 days before that is to occur. And after that, you guys will have some time as well, which we can go over after the whole shebang. So that's what we're going to do today.
The camera was bumped again.
The camera was fucking bumped again.
Colin just really wants to bump that camera.
All right, there we go.
Oh, is it supposed to be like that little edge off on...
Yeah, just, it's fine. Just leave it. So you guys wake up this morning. You guys have a house here in Saltmarsh. Plenty of rooms, 2 stories. This is where Vara and Ayla currently are. And
Hemos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought we had a different house.
We do technically have like another house here too?
This is not Hemo's house. This is the house that the town of Saltmarsh gave you a deed to and said this is yours. Hemo's house is a completely different place.
So Vara and
Ayla are not there. Because Vara stayed at Hemo's. That's where Hemo let Vara stay at...
I could have swore we came back and you guys were like, this is our house now, and you moved over to it.
No.
And I thought you were like, oh, Vara would be in this house.
As far as I know.
No, because you guys thought that Ayla would have a safe place and went to Hemo's old house where Vara was.
Okay. Yeah. Hemo's house is like a 1-bedroom house. And you guys were given this house in like the 3rd or 4th game.
I know we've had this.
So why are you there?
That wasn't the way that it was explained.
Well, then
that's how I've always had it in my head.
They would have definitely switched.
And if you're in Hemo's house and they find out he dies, they're gonna go to you and be like, "Are you gonna pay for this place?" And then you'd be like, "All right." Then then you could go stay in the free house that they gave you.
Sure. So, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't understand how that worked exactly. So.
All right. So. Small retcon, I guess. You guys are in the house that is like this house even like has Vara's name on it. Like she like partially owns it. So you guys are there. There's a lot of bedrooms in this place. It's about 2 stories. I'm assuming you guys fall asleep in a bed, very tired, and wake up the next day feeling very refreshed. It's a bright, sunny summer day, as we discovered that it is about summertime. During this campaign. And what are you guys doing for the past upcoming weeks?
To start out this day, Cyrus and Bayleaf are waving 2 women goodbye as they exit the house.
Nice.
And we're probably getting breakfast at home.
Do you need to...
Great.
No, we already did. A lot.
A lot?
Alright.
Yeah, we all just shared walnuts.
Okay, should I take the sweater off?
Yep.
Yeah, you probably should.
Hey, you're just being keyed out right now probably during the edit. So I'm probably just editing this going, God fucking damn it. So we can go run down the line. Who wants to... Do you guys want to roll it for order of like how we want to go about these weeks?
Do I get to add my initiative bonus to this?
Then just go first.
No. Just roll d20. We'll determine order.
Got a natural 1.
Oh. Okay.
17.
17 for Chena.
Can I still add my initiative bonus to this?
No.
13.
Because I know that would be like a 25.
That'd be a 10.
13. 1.
17.
17.
Colin's gone, so
You're going
he's
first.
last.
What you doing, boy?
All right, Chena, what are you doing?
I'm doing some housekeeping.
Okay.
AKA, we looked for items on Loyalty's brand, but I don't know how many people are on my crew. I don't know how much things, if there's any money
So
that's...
you're going to go to the ship?
Yes.
Okay. So, just to let you know, I know it's been weeks, but it's actually been about a day and a half.
Yeah, it's been a day and a half. That's
So-
why it hasn't been an important
No, it's fine.
thing yet.
It's not. You haven't left it in distress. It's been a day.
Yeah.
So you spend an hour. You walk up the hills of the sides of the coast to make it up towards the haunted house. Sitting near this gigantic haunted house is a ship that is bigger than it. Just sitting on the cliffside. Sails are down. Its anchor is down. And you make your way over to Loyalty's brand. Roll me a d20 for me, Cole.
Phoenix.
Yeah, it is the
it's technically
bronze
the
or brass?
brass
Phoenix.
There we go, guys.
Write
No
that
longer
down.
Perfect. Roll a
No
d20.
longer a ghost.
18.
18.
Like a third.
Damn.
He's up next.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were determining turn order.
And I got a 17.
Okay. You make your way over to Loyalty's brand. You look down on it. I'm assuming you board it however the hell you do that shit.
Probably just
You make your way over.
Turn
Do
into
you have
a
slow
flame.
fall?
Huh?
Do you have slow fall as a monk? Pretty sure you could just jump off the cliff and land on it.
True, probably. I think I do.
Like wall walking. Maybe.
Yeah. You jump out of the ship. There's about a good... How many crew members were left? About 20?
There was.
It requires half left. And let me double check how much it needs.
I can check how much it needs to.
40, so there's 20 left. So there's about 20 crew members. Some of the officers still there. And a couple of the crew members see you as you make your way aboard. And kind of come over towards you. One of them kind of speaks up and just says, "So what are we doing?"
Right now I don't even know very many of you, so I'm gonna get to know all of y'all.
So we'll say it's the gnome wizard who
Yeah.
just kind of looks up. Or did he leave?
I think most of the officers left.
Oh, that's right. The only officer that's left is the healer Furbolg.
Yeah.
The rest of them
But-
stayed on the ship. So this is just some random hireling.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to. I know we've been working off of fear here for a minute, but Sumanog did pay a lot of us.
I know, and I will be doing the same. I'll be paying all of you, hopefully. So that's why I kind of want to get a report of who everyone is here.
All right. Well,
Because I was not on board. You know you guys.
there's about 20 of us left, including that one. He points over to the Furbolg who's just kind of walking around.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a name. Just call it that one.
Yeah.
But the rest of us are have a
volunteered
bunch
to
of
take-
names that
To the Fey Island, by the way.
I will allow you to come up with, unless you want me to come up with a big list of names.
I mean, I could just come up with names on my own time.
Okay. So there's basically 19 unskilled workers who know how to run the ship, but they're missing all of their officers.
All right.
'Cause you shot the first mate, and then the rest of them left.
Yeah.
So there's 20 hirelings who are there who are pretty much just getting paid to be on the ship. So they're like, as long as we keep getting paid, we'll stay. But the rest of them being kind of in agreement of, if we don't get paid, we're not going to stay on the ship. A few of them will remind you as well, there's a safe in the captain's quarters that we know has to have somewhere upwards of 3 to 8,000 gold inside. And it was purely savings. If you need, you can use that to pay us if you'd like.
Sumanog's rainy day savings.
How much is a unskilled hireling?
2 silver a day.
2 silver a day?
Two
And
gold
2 gold,
for
yeah.
2 gold
So basically
for-
2 gold to pay all these guys a day.
Cool.
For a month, that's 50 gold.
Cool. I'm gonna check that shit safe just to see exactly how much it is.
That's wrong.
You go over to the safe, it has a lock.
But you're not there.
Nope.
It's strange when you go over to it. It's a very stereotypical iron
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
And on the front of it is what looks like a door. There are no hinges. It's just the outline of what looks like a door. And in the middle is what looks like this circular depression inwards. So it looks like something fits in it.
Never mind.
There's a key somewhere, I suppose. What does so it's a circular depression, just circular?
It's not oval. It's not like sphere, spherical. It's got rings actually.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
it's just like multiple like cylinders.
Yeah, multiple cylinders that go down that form like a small little.
Like a conch, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
I'm gonna try and see if I can search around the ship at all.
Give me an investigation check.
Especially probably the cabin in particular.
Give me an investigation.
That's actually not bad. 18.
18. Okay. You search around. The captain's quarters has the table. It also the like meeting table. It also has like a desk and a bunch of cabinets. And you kind of go through them. They're so oversized.
Mm-hmm.
You actually don't find much. There are maps and nautical charts, like old notes and whatnot. But other than that, he didn't really keep a whole lot in here. Most of his strategy was in his mind. You do find it's very clean in here, and you also find the small little side table with all of the different drinks, specifically the silver capped green bottled one that he constantly gave you, which sits in the center. Other than you grab it. You just, what do you do with it?
I
Yeet.
open a porthole and just toss it out into the water.
Perfect. You just hear it splash and you close it.
I think I'm assuming I'm using mind control me.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You don't find anything else in the room though.
See if Rosalie can get into this thing. I'll talk to her later. Give her a little bit of a challenge, maybe.
Okay. I'm gonna cut from you.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to Darren. So we're gonna play it like this. We're gonna go like
Each week.
Yeah. Well, not each week. We're
Not
gonna
each week,
like
we'll
do
just-
bits, and
Yeah,
we're gonna cut back and forth, so we don't
Just
spend 1 hour on each person.
Last question. How many officers are needed on a ship? Ship the
Uh,
size of Loyalty's brand.
officers. Well, every ship requires a captain, a first mate, a bosun, a quartermaster, a surgeon, and a cook to function.
Yes.
You can probably survive without one, but try to survive without somebody who isn't repairing the ship. Try to survive with somebody who's not cooking for
So
everybody.
I don't think you need to expand the numbers. You just need more unskilled workers.
A
to be-
warship can take all 3 actions if it has fewer than 20 crew. So a warship can have 40 crew, but it can operate with 20.
Okay.
So you really don't need to get any more crew.
No.
At the moment that one crew member dies.
Yeah, but like nobody's healing you guys, nobody's feeding you guys, nobody's
Yeah.
deciding where you're going. You know, the officers are more important than the whole crew.
Yeah.
Almost. The crew makes sure like things happen.
So
but
probably. So I'm just trying to plan out like who I would need to hire. I'd probably just need to hire.
you need to hire skilled hirelings.
just 5 more skilled hirelings.
Skilled hirelings are 2 gold a day.
I am your first mate.
True. So 4.
Yep. You need a bosun, quartermaster, surgeon, and cook.
Yeah. So 4. Cool.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So what do
I was
you
waiting to see what.
go for it?
Well, where are we starting me off at?
The beginning of the week, you wake up.
Okay.
It is a sunny day, maybe about 80 degrees in Saltmarsh, and no clouds in the sky. You feel the sun and the wind of the ocean kind of hitting you. The week is yours. If you'd like to perform any downtime activities, if you want to do anything specific, like Chino was like, before downtime, I'm gonna go fix up my ship. If you want to do anything specific, you can tell me. But if there's anywhere you want to go, you can travel. You can learn. You can do whatever you want to do.
So I have a question then.
Okay.
That will change how I want to do.
Okay.
So I was looking at carousing,
All right.
and carousing with nobles is 250 gold, but middle class is only 50.
Okay.
Middle class contacts include guild members, spellcasters, town officials, and other folk who frequent well-kept establishments.
Mm-hmm.
So would that mean people such as Ida and?
No, those are the town nobles. The town nobles are Ida, and Eleander and all of them. They're like they have noble estates. Saltmarsh straight up gives me the upper class, middle class, and lower class people. So
Okay.
I can pull up the middle class.
So for lack of a different phrase that I can use, the round table that we spoke with are all considered upper class.
Yes.
Okay, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I really don't want to spend 250 gold.
I know, yeah, they're tough to get in with, but I mean...
I also don't even know if I can technically, unless you would let us because of our successes. Because I technically have to have the noble background to even try, and I have the gladiator background.
Just name yourself Prince Ali.
So that would be completely up to
So
you.
what you're doing when you're carousing is you're kind of getting in on like their parties, and you're getting in on their social events and whatnot. So I'll take a persuasion roll to maybe get like a discount, but there's no way you could maybe get in for free unless you roll really good.
Oh, I don't mean get in for free.
Yeah.
I mean like even get into the high class stuff at all. Because to even get into it at all, according to book rules, you have to have the noble background. But that's what I'm saying. It's up to you based off of what we've done as part of loot, whether or not we would be allowed to partake in such activities.
Because we were allowed
if we choose to.
To the main meeting.
It is...
That's completely up to you. And honestly, 250 gold is too much to spend for other stuff I want to do.
I think it makes sense that you would have to be a noble, because Darren probably just doesn't understand the politics of surface people. Meanwhile, a Triton who is a noble in your society is probably frequent with being an ambassador, and they understand all how those intricacies work. So he shows up here and he's like, where do we even go to do that? He's like, he just doesn't understand.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But you could go to the local fucking poker night at the tavern and get yourself in on some of the games and talk to some of the middle class people, but you're like, where do the high class people even do anything?
That's probably what I will do. I will initiate first though, and we can RP this out if you want, or if we're just trying to like yeehaw through this. I don't know what that phrase was.
That makes sense to me.
If we're trying to go through it, he would also like to invite Ayla to go.
Okay. So
and I'll spend double the carousing amount for medium quality. What the middle class.
Who is that?
Medium quality.
Medium quality
also known
carousing.
Also known as middle class.
So carousing covers a work week of fine food, strong drink, and socializing. It's basically like you're just living. It's a good way to spend your week. You attempt to carouse among lower middle upper class folk.
I would
So
definitely
50
do
gold
middle
pieces
class.
for middle class.
So spend 100 and invite.
Oh,
Yep.
you're right. He's the like big sexy half orc that works like the.
Yeah, he's the gravedigger.
Yeah. Okay.
A character with a noble
That's my
background can mingle with the upper
relationship.
class, but
That's
other
why we're
characters only do so if you
allies.
judge the character has made sufficient contacts.
That's why I was saying. Like,
I
it's
didn't
up
know
to
it
you.
said that.
I thought I also misread that. I thought it meant that if you're a noble and have sufficient contacts.
Alternatively,
you
a character may use a disguise kit and deception to pass off as a noble.
Yes, the Triton. You know.
So yeah, you have the contacts. You just need to spend the 250 gold. So, which I'm assuming you're not going to do.
That'd
So,
be-
after-
to bring Ayla on, that'd be 500 gold.
Okay.
So no.
So go ahead and give me that persuasion check.
Cool. Am I able to like pump extra?
No, not for this one.
Okay. Is this just okay? It's just a persuasion check using the carousing table. Cool. What was my persuasion mod? Cool.
Do we do
What?
reg-
Why the fuck?
Why the fuck?
Little did Colton know. He has proficiency in persuasion.
Of course you do. You're a fucking. Your character totally sounds like they should have proficiency
You
persuasion.
want to know why I have it proficiency in persuasion? The only reason I have it is because of your intelligence.
Makes perfect sense to me.
I crit
Yes, you did.
You still have to add your modifier.
26.
Oh my god! Made 3 allied contacts. Make me a percentage check.
Don't fuck me
Oh
now.
shit! Wait. Hold up.
You're
Hold
just
up.
walking around
I
like,
think-
has anyone
Does
heard
something
of
special
the
happen? If
I
room
believe
up-
Saltmarsh has its own downtime activities.
You're right. They totally do.
Just give me a second. And I think it has its own little
that
special.
crit still counts, right?
Yes.
Okay. Don't make me reroll the
No,
natural
no, no, no,
20,
no, no, no,
please.
no, no, you're fine.
Good.
God damn it.
Colton, keeper of the nut button.
Taking my sister on a really fancy
Who
date.
bought that?
A week want me.
He did.
It was like $20. Of course I'm the keeper of it. It was expensive.
Carousing.
I get
Saltmarsh has
I get
several
much fun out
taverns.
of it, though.
No.
So it was so worth the $20.
Okay. So, lucky for you, you don't have to spend nearly as much as you thought you could.
Oh, it's not 50 gold?
No, it's not 50 gold. I will keep to the upper class. You could still do that. However, Saltmarsh has several taverns that provide plenty of opportunities for adventurers to spend their money on fine food and strong drink. Carousing gives the characters a chance to make contacts in town. A week of carousing costs 2d10 gold pieces, as you lavish on money and food and drinks for others. So, roll 4d10.
Right, because this could become a lot more expensive for me.
If you get 10 on each one, it's only going to be 40.
Oh,
It's not multiplied.
I'm stupid.
It's just the die.
I was reading it as 40. I was
No,
hearing
not
it as
times
4d10 times 10.
No, no,
But,
no,
this
no.
tends to be 400 gold.
No.
7, 12, 22 gold.
22 gold? Okay, so
So
and
I
then
add
you make a
78.
contact in town. You can have a maximum number of contacts in town equal to 1 plus your charisma bonus.
My charisma bonus is 3.
So you get fucking 3 because of your roll. And I would like you to pick a...
Second, 1, 2, so 7, no, so 6, 62 is what I'm actually at gold. Okay.
So I can pick an NPC, which I'll probably do. Optionally, the DM can instead allow you to declare an NPC as a contact when you meet with them, provided that the individual fits the contact type. In this case, you recognize the NPC as a pal from your time spent carousing. In either case, the individual acts as a trusted friend and offers help when necessary, though they are unwilling to risk their life or possessions.
I am
So
more...
pick a tavern for me. Snapping line, empty net, or wicker goat. The snapping line contact types are fishers, sailors, and laborers. The empty net is smugglers and criminals. And the wicker goat is dwarves and town guards.
I love that distinction. Dwarves and guards.
so
There's
dwarves
a
and guards.
big specific reason
No,
why.
I know.
And then there's, what was the first one? Sorry, fishermen and...
Fishers, sailors, and laborers.
The common.
It's
folk.
literally because the government of Keeland found out that there's like Saltmarsh is great for mining, so they sent.
Oh.
So they were like, that place is full of smugglers. We need to send guards, and also we're gonna take
We're
all the
gonna
mining
get
from
them.
it. So send a bunch of dwarves
Okay.
down. So
Nice.
like all of the loyalists to the crown are fucking dwarves and guards.
That's
it's
great.
Yeah, it's great.
Why not? I don't know too much about dwarves and all that. I'd like
Okay.
to get to know a little bit more about them.
All right.
It could be an interesting experience for the both of us.
Then you can make 3 contacts.
Cool.
I kind of want to let you just pick which ones you want to have because I don't want to just give them to you. So, and you can do that while we wait. So, if you would like, you can go ahead and go into the book on D&D Beyond if you have it.
I should because I.
And
should have
if you
access
go
it.
to number 3, I think 3 is the Wicker Goat. There's I think there's like the person who owns it, who could become a contact for you, and you can look through the rest of the book if you want to find any dwarves or town guards that you want to be like your buddy with.
What is Sleeping Dragon's Wake?
Sleeping Dragon's Wake. That's
Is that a different adventure that they?
there's a bunch of new adventures that are coming out.
Divine Contention.
There's Dungeons and Dragons
I'm
versus
trying to
Rick and
find
Morty.
what it
Sleeping
says.
Dragons. Okay, so those are D&D Beyond. Like they
Oh, they do their
wrote
own.
continuations to Dragon of Icespire Peak.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what those are.
You
There's
said it
also
was-
Lokatha
you said it was
Rising.
in chapter 3.
Chapter
Wicker Goat.
1 is Saltmarsh. There is
Oh, I see.
3, which is the Wicker Goat. You can also look through the rest of the
Oh,
NPCs in town and pick some contacts if you want them.
Okay.
Cyrus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go find where Gunter places himself. My contact.
Yes, Gunter, the person who...
The thespian.
That's right. Yes, the one who has the circus and his puppet shows. Okay.
The local farmers are also.
He's in the weekly market
Okay.
doing his thing he does every day.
Gonna head over to him, and he like clearly has his sleeve pulled up. He's like, Gunter Hubert Humphrey von Bieselbert, how the hell are you?
Oh, that's me. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
It's been a little while. How are your he looks around at the other actors. Thespians.
Oh, we're doing good. Some of us are in debt, but we're making money.
That's how it goes. I got a little query for you. I'm starting.
Headbutting it.
Yeah. I'm starting a bit of a business, and we're looking for somewhere to save money on some furniture. Some supplies, maybe some goods, food, meat, ale.
Well, a lot of us are very much entertainers more than we are furniture makers.
But I'm sure you have some contacts in other businesses.
And he kind of looks around, and there's like the big spread of like the weekly market. He says, "There's a lot of people here who sell furniture, but
You know
what kind of
anybody
furniture are
very
you
well?
looking for?"
We're gonna renovate a whole ship, add a bit to the commerce of Saltmarsh.
Interesting.
Anything you or your folk could do to lighten the load?
Well, we could we do get some tools and props and things from nearby shipments that come into the weekly market. They do sometimes have types of furniture. I've never truly run a tavern myself, but I've performed in many of them. So,
How well has it gone? Now be honest.
that could be something I could do. I could find other tavern owners that I've played for, the ones I'm good friends with, and perhaps they could set you up with deals that they have.
I'd very much appreciate that. And in return, Gunther, how well do you go over with them? Do they like your little performances?
And he looks back to the rest of us. He says, "No, taverns is..." And he looks back. "What's her saying? I don't know. You change it every time."
Now, I said be honest.
"It's good."
All right. In return, if you get me a good deal, Gunter, I might set you up with something maybe weekly or monthly when you stop by.
We would love that.
All right. I'll see you there. It's by the docks. The big place used to be Sea Ghost. You ever heard of it? Smuggling ship?
No.
Comes in and out? Mm-mm. All right. Well,
I'd love to tell the story, though.
you'll find it. We'll be there.
All right.
Probably a bunch of people moving stuff out of it.
And he kind of turns to the rest of his troop, and he says, "I can get you in contact with some of the tavern owners I have in contact with. One of the biggest ones I know is the owner of the Snapping Line."
Yeah, I figured as much. Just either send them our way or bring us a recommendation, maybe a time we can set up that meeting.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Rosalie?
I would like to.
Die.
Not
Same,
yet.
dude.
Did you bring that other Red Bull in?
Did.
I'm gonna go
I
run.
would like to go find a map maker.
A map maker.
No, it is in my backpack. Right next to me.
Can I have it?
Well, I got it for you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. A cartographer, perhaps?
If that is a man who would sell me a map, then yes.
No, not Cortana, cartographer.
Stupid. A cartographer?
Indeed.
Cortana's like, well,
Yes, I am.
I have maps.
No, wait, isn't the cartographer like an NPC in Halo? Totally is.
The cartographer?
Yeah. Cortana's like,
Gasp.
gasp.
lisp.
Why do all of the names that feel like they should have a C have a K?
Yep.
It does Lankus Currid, and it's
the
L-E
old
and K.
times.
Lankus?
Link,
That
that
seems
would,
like a
if that was
K.
with the C, it'd be Lancis.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently no one in Saltmarsh knows how to make maps.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding.
Jacob's like, I just don't know the spell.
You search around, and you find you kind of ask around, and people are like, "Oh, the only people who has maps around here is Winston, in Winston Store."
Okay, I'll go with that.
You make your way up, and it's that big old store you guys initially got those like little rune daggers from. And when you make your way inside, it's this big old emporium of general goods. And you see this halfling he's sitting at a very small little counter up at the front. And he kind of looks over and he says, "Welcome.
Hey, Winston.
Hey, what you need?"
A map?
I got
Area
maps.
Around?
Yeah, lots of maps.
Right.
Got maps of the marshes. I got maps of nearby seas. Got nautical
Do you
charts.
have a map that will lead me to the styes?
Styes.
Yeah.
There we go. And he goes through and starts looking.
Starts looking.
Oh, the stars. Where's the stars? Where's that at? There's a specific region that it sits in?
I don't remember, but let's see.
I'm gonna double check. I think it's Seaton.
Seaton? It is Seaton. I remember you saying it, and then I remembered my
Well,
teacher,
let me
Mrs.
triple
Seaton,
check.
who was nice.
What?
Never just remember things from your childhood.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I recently remembered a Flash game.
And a teacher
Was it
named.
the skiing one?
No, it was the penguin one called Learn How to Fly.
Oh, okay. Did you ever play the
Sorry.
skiing one?
Mm-hmm.
You like ski down and like a bear would just randomly come across.
The
it.
Yeti?
The Yeti. Yeah, the Yeti.
Oh,
would come
that's
across
not
and,
a Flash game. That's like an old.
It's like on the
PC
Windows
game.
95.
Yeah.
Also Minesweeper.
What was that called? No, I'm thinking of like Newgrounds or. I don't remember the rest of them. There's like 10 of
I
them.
played on-
Did you ever
Sometimes
play
I
the
played on
Scooby Doo
Newgrounds.
Cyber Chase game?
Yes, for PlayStation.
Yes.
No.
That was the shit. Oh.
I don't think I had it on the
Did you know that I
PlayStation.
learned? I actually
might have
once
been the
learned how to
PlayStation.
program like a Flash game. Like I actually straight up programmed one. Like back.
Yeah, I
junior
think
year of
I
high school,
learned
senior year
some
of high school.
minor stuff, and then trying to make a Lich Tower a thing, I learned some programming and realized that fuck that shit.
Oh yeah, did you like have like the base concept for like a game?
I have the full concept fleshed out. I just couldn't manage all corners of it. It sucked. So no.
No, sorry, it's in Primp.
Primp. Okay.
In Alyssa.
What?
Let me triple check that one. And then let me see what these things are.
I picked out my contact.
Yeah.
By the way. I'll show you.
Okay.
when you're done.
The fuck is Seaton? Has to do with
My
some
8th grade teacher,
To see.
Mrs. Seaton, and her husband, Pumpkin Jeff.
We had a
Pumpkin Jeff.
How do you say pumpkin, Jeff?
Teacher, we had a teacher named Mrs. Mann. That didn't
Oh.
go over well.
My dad worked with a lady named Mrs. King.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, everyone called her husband Pumpkin Jeff because he wore a bright orange shirt once for Halloween that had a pumpkin on it.
Once you do that, it's just done.
Yep.
You're just
Well,
your entire career is
He was
over.
quite a large man, so he looked like a pumpkin. And
Seaton
you know,
is just a
being in
fucking
8th
place.
grade, we were mean because we were
Poor
kids,
guy.
and then he
What
was
grade?
8th. We were Pumpkin Jeff. You know, you're 12 years old. You're mean for no
Yeah.
reason.
I'm totally gonna name one of my crew members Pumpkin Jeff.
Yeah.
Pumpkin, yes.
He will be immortalized now.
Yes, Pumpkin
Yes.
Jeff.
So I'm naming every
It's because,
single.
do you know why? It's because he has scars that go across his face like this, so
Yeah,
it looks like he's a pumpkin.
So I have.
He's also a very large
I'm
man.
coming up
He's
with
a
a
very
name for
large
every
man.
single crew member, but also what position they are as well.
Perfect.
What's their title?
You got one up.
I don't care enough.
Tyler's like,
You do
I'm
what?
going to use my knowledge of boats.
You do what now? Knots. Cool.
It's not that.
I know how to
specific.
tie a knot. Not as well as you though.
Dude, Maddie like pisses me off with the way she ties her shoes. Have you seen it?
No.
She does the double bunny ears. She doesn't like actually like knot it.
No, you gotta do like the one and then tie
No,
it
she
around.
doesn't do that. She does it and then ears and like she's like, my shoes come undone all the time, and I'm
And
like,
like,
yeah, 'cause
yeah.
you're doing it wrong.
By the way, Jacob, when we get to it, I want you to name the officers.
Oh,
Dude,
okay,
I
that's
remember
fine.
the first time I ever saw someone
No, I'm
not do
I
bunny
can
ears
do it,
in
I
like
just
2nd grade, and
rather-
it blew my
since it's
fucking mind.
more-
It's like, how'd you
more
tie your
character to them.
shoes so fast? And they're like, oh, you go like this. And I was like, whoa. And now I do it. Maddie was homeschooled. She never saw someone do it differently.
There it is. What the fuck?
You have to teach her
Cool.
how to knot.
Dude, like apparently, I've asked her once. She's like, people have tried to teach me, and I just can't get it. I'm like, it's
Just
tying
watch
your
the
shoes.
SpongeBob episode.
Yeah. Like, it's tying your shoes. It's
I'm
not
not
like it's
even-
rocket science. It's
Well,
not that hard.
I'm not even gonna falter for that because it took me like 17 years to finally get mine.
I don't know. I
17 or 18 years, something like that. Dumb. I tried.
He looks over at you and he says,
It's hard.
"Stars?
Mhm.
Never heard of it." And he that was literally like him flipping through all his maps. He's like, "Are you sure this place exists?"
Yeah. I heard about it.
Alright, well, I can check even further. You have any sense of direction, north, south, any kind of kingdom? And you just say the stars.
Roll to remember if I knew anything about it? Because Spencer doesn't know, but Risley might.
Yeah, roll history.
Okay. Ooh. 16.
Yes, you remember that Darren knows.
Yeah, my buddy knows where it is. I could go ask him.
Darren
Yeah,
Rumos and the
go.
Rumos family?
Yeah, Darren Rumos and
What?
the Rumos family.
The
Yeah, you should
famed
ask him.
Rumos clan?
All right.
Heard of this.
Well, I'll try to go find him. Hey, I have like a bunch of stuff.
That's
You
what
wanna
I wrote
buy
it
it from
down.
me? Like this cool statue.
Statue.
Yep, it's worth quite a bit. Looks pretty neat.
Sure, I'll buy a statue for you. He will buy all of your things.
Where the styles are.
Oh, cool. I can just tell him whatever I want. Okay.
You should tell us to head up here. We all have those.
Tell me to go there.
Oh no, I'm in the market district. I'll just
Yeah.
can I like passively sell some of the stuff that I
You
don't
can.
need?
So, like, just to give you an example, that's Winston Store.
Yeah, it's
This
way
is the
up
weekly
there.
market.
Okay.
Winston has like specialty goods.
Will you allow me to passively sell?
Yes, you can sell all your shit. I will let you sell it for the price that they are marked on.
How well made are the platinum bracers? Are they just like expensive or are they like mastercraft?
Imagine a silvery bracer made of platinum.
Simple. Okay.
It's
I'll
pretty
sell
simple.
some.
I mean, it's made of platinum, so it's like, you know. But yeah, selling them is.
If they were like, he's a
That's what's going
he's
on.
a little guilty of wearing the fine arts because he keeps the harness.
Makes sense.
So he'll sell that.
All right, and then I'm gonna go try to find.
realize it's you, and you're like have a newspaper up, and we walk by, and you don't see us, you're like.
I go try to find my good friend Stinky Fruit.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Stinky.
Spaghetti go.
I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna have to give me like 2 more seconds. I need to figure out where some places I didn't expect.
Do you need to know where the styles are?
Jacob's
No, it's fine,
Jacob's
it's
like,
fine.
I anticipated every potential option. He's watching the math in front of him.
How long do you think it's
pass
gonna
by,
take?
Back and forth, and then an equation that he's not expecting pops up.
Wait, what? Where this go?
You're like, how did I get to this answer? What did I miss?
I want to go
Where the fuck is this place?
to.
It's just not giving me simple answers.
I want to go to the store. I want chocolate very bad.
I don't have any more.
It's okay. I want a specific type.
Which is?
I don't know what it's called. I know what it looks like though.
Okay.
I know the
It's
shape.
the best option. I know the shape. Yeah, it's a rectangle. I know what it looks like.
I know what the box looks like.
It's also like the color of the food itself is like kind of a brown color.
Yes, it is brown.
Like a
Well,
dark
it's not
brown.
white
You
chocolate.
guys ever heard of a Hersheys bar?
Never.
Never?
They're kind of uncommon.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Not sponsored, by the way.
Do you really have to clarify?
I don't know.
You guys, we're
This episode
not.
of Ghost of Saltmarsh is
sponsored.
sponsored by Hersheys Chocolate.
Hersheys
Tastes like shit.
And if you kiss it,
Well, there goes that sponsorship.
no, they actually.
Jacob wanted a Hershey sponsorship, but he
There's
wouldn't take
A fun fact that I'm not sure a lot of people know. I heard it a while ago, so I'm not sure how well known it is. But Hershey's made a type of chocolate that tastes like fucking just terrible, and they give it to military people as a last resort. So it's like you will not eat this unless you're dying. It's just gross chocolate.
Where?
From what I know, a lot of military
Hey,
food
Bixby.
tastes bad.
Fuck you.
Like my cousin won't eat eggs
Hey,
anymore
Bixby.
because it's
Can't hear
how
him
bad
when you
eggs
guys
were in the military.
talking.
I can see that.
It's like the dehydrated egg.
There's some. There's like a
Dehydrated
chicken soup.
egg.
I've heard of that.
I know.
You've met my cousin
Egg
Justin,
powder.
right?
Shit is
it's
loading.
Egg powder,
Egg powder.
and you put
Egg
water in it
power.
and then heat it up, and it's not good. And now he won't eat eggs because it just grosses him out.
Okay, thank you for zooming in all the way.
Can I go to the store?
I'm trying to figure out
In the
where this
store.
is because if the DM doesn't know,
No, I
Darren
meant
certainly
like
won't know.
Spencer, go to the store.
No.
Well,
As a minor
well,
note.
Darren actually has a note in his thing saying where it is.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to see my notes so you can know where it is?
I found it. I found it. I found it. I fucking found it. Oh, it's near fucking awesome.
I have no idea where it is. It's 2 days that way.
This is a character.
Hershey's Field
Jar of
Ration
sentient
D bars
jam.
did not melt in heat.
Role-playing really well.
And what? All right.
Feeling
All right.
for him
Okay.
is
Here's
too
Here's your
nice.
fun fact. Here's your fun fact for Hershey's Chocolate while Jacob keeps looking.
I want to go to the flapping
Oh, the
rack.
site cannot be reached.
I've already found
Fuck
it,
you.
so I'm good.
Hershey's Field Ration D bars did not melt in heat and tasted just a little better than a boiled potato.
Wait, what, dude?
But
The Hershey's chocolate you were talking about?
Oh, the Hershey's
A
rations.
boiled
All
potato
right,
is good.
you go over and you go find Darren.
Yeah, I try to.
Okay,
I know
Darren,
he's
you are
carousing
currently.
with the nobles.
Yep.
Headed to the
Okay,
Wicker Goat.
give me a investigation check.
Can I ask for advantage?
Why?
Because I'm very good at tracking down people. That's what I did.
Okay.
Cool, thank you.
I don't know. You should probably know where I would be going if I'm going to talk
19.
to nobles. But
Okay. You
You
make
totally
your way.
You don't
don't
go,
even
Mom,
You
I'm gonna leave.
make your way into the snapping line. Nope, sorry. You go to the snapping line. He's not here, and you figure he has to have been in one of the other taverns. So you go over to the Wicker Goat, make your way inside, and you see that Darren is sitting around a table full of dwarves playing dwarven poker.
Yep.
And he is there with Ayla, and they're all kind of sitting around eating and doing what who knows what in the middle of the day.
one of the other people that are there specifically that he's talking to that he has taken an interest in is Manstrid Copperlocks, who is the leader of the mining organization in town.
I think she's one of the nobles.
yeah.
Is she really? Why?
Yes.
Why is? Okay, cool.
Why'd you pick the best one?
It's literally-
No, actually, I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it. It's okay.
You're like any of the dwarves that
There's
are.
not that many NPCs, so it's totally fine.
All right,
I'll work.
is
Ministry.
Craddock Stonehorn or Lankus Curid one like?
So Ministry.
Lankus is the Wicker Goat owner, and Craddock Stonehorn is the jailer.
Oh no, they're not.
Those
Those
are
are
the
perfectly
best kind
fine.
of friends to
Those are
make.
the other two. Yeah.
Ministrid-
Why do you think I made friends with a jailer? If anything goes wrong, I'd be like, hey.
Cool. Yeah, Ministry. Those three are now your contacts. If you would like to call on them in any kind of time of need, if you need them or whatever, we can role play that out. But
Awesome.
he's at the table with the jailer and the leader of the mining effort and the owner of the tavern. He's making good friends with all of them. And you see Darren you see Rosalie just step into the tavern, mask up.
He like pulls his cards up and looks, and he sees her. He's like, "I'm out for this round." And he like pushes like.
Ayla's like, good, you were gonna lose anyways.
Is she playing too?
Yes. She's really good.
How did you learn how to play?
She just.
I've been bored for a long time, and Sheena definitely wouldn't play card games with me.
She
Who
played.
taught you
She
then?
played a lot of solitaire.
Did you just?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Hey,
You don't have a flush. All right. Anything you do?
What do you need?
Well, you know where the stars are, right?
Yeah.
Could you point it out on a map?
Give me a big fat history roll for me.
I have it written down.
I know. What is it? Where is it? What is
At
it?
this point,
The
I feel like
Styes,
we...
a town far west near a town called Prim.
Yes, correct. However, I am going to yes, but also no. I'm going to retcon that a little bit because I gave you the wrong place. And that was my fault. And I'm a big stupid idiot. Instead, it is in a region called Cormyr. Cormyr.
We would all benefit from cards from a deck,
And we would.
if you wouldn't mind, as I believe
For we
that is
are
a
always
mechanic
in
that
Oh,
is
yes.
true to
Every game.
You get that many.
Ooh, thank you.
All right.
one. This is a game, so I'll give it back to him.
You get that. Well,
What else? So a region called Cormyr.
Cormyr. Cormyr.
MYR? Do I
It
know
is still
anything about it?
very far. It is east.
Talor.
In a region very far east.
Okay.
In a place you have been to maybe 2 or 3 times.
That is
called off of the Sword Coast, called the Forgotten Realms.
Ah, dang it. Oh, all the way over there?
Yeah,
What do you need?
I've only been there once or twice. It's a very far
it's-
swim.
It's on the Sword Coast?
Yes.
It's a very far swim.
It's about a month away.
Swimming or by boat?
Swimming, 2 weeks. Boat,
Oh yeah.
a month.
On the boat, probably take about a month to get there.
Yeah, I'm from the Sword Coast. That's where I came from.
What?
I'm from the Sword Coast.
All right then.
I'm
Where?
have you ever been to Waterdeep?
Now that you have a sense of an idea of where this could possibly be, give me both of you can now roll history.
I think I've been there once.
Once? That's trapped.
Way too big. Smelled like butt.
That's true.
Smell like butt.
It does smell like butt.
A history check?
Yes.
Waterdeep is just L.A. Half
16.
the streets smell like
15.
That's
piss.
what I'm looking for.
What?
15.
15?
16.
16. 15, 16. Okay. So, as you get a sense of idea of where this is, you do know where Cormyr is. It's very far south, weeks away from Waterdeep. You gather, oh yes, Cormyr, and then you think about Waterdeep. You've heard of Waterdeep. You know that in order to get to Cormyr, you want to dock on the Sword Coast near Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is much closer to Cormyr than Waterdeep is.
This is when all of our
Our games come together?
campaigns all
Can you,
just.
can you spell?
What I'm planning on doing.
Can you spell Cormyr?
Cormyr.
In the
Yeah,
place
you
of
wanna go to
Cormyr, that's your general location of where that place is.
Okay. I don't have like a more pinpoint.
Baldur's Gate is worse than Waterdeep. Why do we need to go there?
Well, it's so.
It's just closer.
So if Waterdeep's here,
Yes.
Baldur's Gate is down here, Cormyr is down here somewhere.
Oh.
So it's kind of quicker.
Colder.
Here's Waterdeep. Here's Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I'm
Here's
thinking the wrong
Cormyr.
way.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah, I've never been.
And
around before.
Saltmarsh is this way.
Past all.
About a month. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that where you wanted to go next? After we
It's like we're in
finish
the
all
new
of the
world
work that we're
compared to
doing?
the old world.
What, Waterdeep?
No, the Styes.
Well, I wanted to go to the Styes while we had this month off, but I won't be back in time, so
Maybe we can go after we finish the job.
maybe. I'd like to go home for a bit.
Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
What interest is
The
there?
stinky place, as you call it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What interested me there?
Yeah.
Well, I had quite a lot of, I have family there, and friends there. I didn't come from nowhere.
I kind of like looked to the side. Had.
Have currently, yes.
I'm gonna insight that.
Oh man.
I need better deception. Why is my deception so low?
17.
My
Oh, are you fucking serious?
Yep.
My idea is that Darren's home is like in between the two continents. So you've got wherever the fuck Keeland over here, where Saltmarsh is, and then from your side to be Keeland over here, and then fucking ocean, islands, Forgotten Realms. So I would think his home is in between, in the middle of here.
That makes sense.
It's up to you. What'd you get?
18.
17.
Oh, so close.
Can't have full character moment now.
You gather that. Well, it's insight. It's not a lie detector. Like
Yeah,
I
I
said,
know.
if you think she's lying, then you think she's lying. But Rosalie still has yet to even show you her face. You think she's hiding many things. It's not difficult to see that she probably is lying about a lot of things, but you don't know which is true and which is false. It's just
Right.
hard to tell.
Well, I left in at a bad time, and my house was being kind of like patrolled by some officers. So I'd like to go there, see if I still have a house,
See, that's why.
because I got quite a lot of stuff underneath the floorboards.
That's why you got to do what I did. And I kind of look off to the side and I point over to a guy, and I point to the guy Lankus. I'm like, that's the head of the guard. That will the jailer.
Well, you
Friends
see,
with him now.
Good idea.
I'll let you in on a little bit about myself. Have you ever heard of the Zentrum?
I wouldn't think so. No.
They're an organization in Waterdeep, kind of.
People who live in Waterdeep have heard of the Zentrum.
Yeah.
They stay in like the shadows. We have connections, but we don't really let ourselves
That sounds
be
alright.
known. Yes. So some assholes kind of let our little secret out, and
Nice.
well, it didn't end very well. We had to leave town. Guards that were in our pocket were no longer in our pocket. So
Gotcha. So, quick version, you were
I'm here
doing some stuff. And
for the time
that
being,
stuff got you in
and
some
I'm
trouble.
letting the heat die down
Cool
a little
down.
bit. Then I'm gonna go back and
Well,
see my family, see my friends,
in that case,
get my money back.
if you think any of them there have heard of, the Rumos family, maybe a connection will help keep you out of trouble.
Have I ever seen a Triton besides Darren in my life?
Nope.
Well, not very many folk come out from the water and hang around, so maybe not.
True. The smell.
I lived near the docks for a while and never saw one of you.
You've probably definitely seen a lizard folk.
I've seen a lizard folk before. Never a Triton or a sea, maybe one sea elf. A water genasi once. Yes,
Oh,
like
yeah.
her. There's
You've definitely seen water genasi.
yeah, there's a water genasi and a fire
Like- no,
genasi.
like
They're married. It's
Oh.
quite funny.
All right, so not
Not like
the
them, no.
sister- Okay.
No.
All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna get back to my game. Do you have all that you need?
Yep.
All right. Hey, we're still looking to get that ring, right? And fix your face.
You fix my face, fix her hair. Ooh, how is she holding her cards? Just one hand? I guess that's fair. I don't play a lot of poker.
Aren't you the one that asked me to play cards?
Yeah, I don't play. Oh, I did. Thought we played dice.
Amazing. Quick cut. Sheena, what are you doing?
I do rejoin the game
I know.
and win.
And win. Fuck.
I don't know. Do I get over a 10? I got a 15. I win D&D. That's it. Game
Nice.
over, guys.
You did it.
You
Congrats.
got a 16.
Fuck you. Keep rolling one higher than me.
After taking stock of who's on board the ship, which I got a whole list now, I'm going to head back into town to go to, I forget the place what it's called, the Mariners Guild, I think?
The Mariners Guild,
The place
correct?
the place where we get our
The Mariners Guild.
our officers.
Yeah, that's the Mariners Guild.
Yep.
Okay, you go to the Mariners Guild. You step inside. They have like little desks and offices everywhere, and it's a bunch of captains and people who are connected to other ship lines and those who are ready to employ those under ships. And you make a meeting with one of them. They sit you down. It's this lady, and she kind of says, "All right, so you have a ship. We'd like to document it if we can, so that we can keep an itinerary, and that we can." Know where it is and what it does, and that in case it ever gets taken by pirates, we can do something about it. And so they kind of set up all this paperwork with it. And then you are wanting to hire hirelings, correct?
Yes.
All
I
right.
need 4 skilled firemen.
4 skilled hirelings, each one so you need a cook, a surgeon.
Cook, surgeon, bosun, quartermaster.
Okay, so each of those are going to be 2 gold a day.
Yep.
And however you pay them is however you pay them.
Yep.
All right. He's like, no.
I don't use them.
All right,
I
so
had a headache all day, so.
That's fine.
all right. So you've got yourself 4 new officers. They are
Big man
Oh, you
ball.
dropped the furbolg?
no, the Furbolg is still on your ship.
He's
Furbolg was
still,
never an officer.
but
Did you replace? Oh,
I'm not keeping
The
him as
Furbolg is
officer.
like the party pet.
No,
Ooh.
I'm taking
No.
him.
Sumanog's pet.
Ooh.
yes.
That's why we're letting him go, guys. Come on.
Why am I the asshole? Come on.
I'm just stating what Sumanog made him.
Just because
Jesus.
I'm right.
You're right. It's great. All right. Let's get some random people.
Also something Darren would never say, but Colton.
I love it.
Thought it was an alright joke.
I love it.
Until he said it, and everyone was like, "You're a fucking asshole."
Which is really funny. Okay, so all right, give me a D6. This is pick your first one.
Bosun.
All right, this is your bosun. Roll D6.
5.
All right, it's a male. Give me a percentage roll.
6.
6. Human, whose name is. What did you just say? Did you just say his name was Bob?
Big man Bob.
Big man.
Big
Give me
Bob
another
Wilson.
percentage road. Road.
9. I
Oh my
keep
goodness.
rolling
9.
super
Okay. His name is. His name is Barden. He's this big, gruff-looking dude. He's got a big ol' red beard, and he wears like sailor's clothing. And he comes over and he's got very worked hands. He's even almost bigger than Cyrus is. And he says, "I'm Barden. I'll be your bosun. Barden the bosun.
Aye.
It's a big fucking ship."
Aye, it is. It's now your home. Welcome aboard.
His knuckles crack, unlike my doughboy hands, and he kind of rolls up his sleeves. All right. And he goes over to the fire cannons and he ting ting hits it. This is beautiful. I love it. And he starts going around. He starts getting familiar with the ship. Your next person is.
The quartermaster.
Roll me a d6.
Wait, do you want another one? Is what I'm trying to ask.
I'll have one more.
5.
later. Just there's
A male. Roll a percentage again.
It is appreciated.
71.
This is your quartermaster.
Quartermaster.
A dragonborn.
Ooh.
Ooh, roll me a d6 on the color of dragonborn.
That's a great kind of person to have as a quartermaster.
3.
3. A
is a
green
terrifying
dragonborn.
They're heavy on.
And give me a
clans and respect.
roll.
Alright.
What roll?
A percentage roll on his name.
84.
84. His name is Shamash. Shamash has that like green dragonish look, and it comes up, has a tail as well, wearing robes. I know, right? Robes and charts and maps and whatnot. He looks over you, has glasses as well. Looks up and says, "Gina, yes,
Aye.
I will be your quartermaster.
Very good. Pleasure
I
to
can
meet you.
handle the coin and our navigation. This is a very large ship. I was
Aye,
told it
that's-
would be big. I was told it would be big. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Oh, and he sticks out his hand. Good to meet you. I've never met a fire genasi.
I do not know if I have met a dragon before.
New experience for both of us then.
Aye.
And he steps onto the
Welcome
ship
aboard.
and he gets aboard. He's kind of hunched forward. He's a bit leaner and thin as he kind of makes his way throughout the ship, kind of getting accustomed to it. Next is your
Surgeon.
surgeon. Roll a d6.
1.
Another dude. Roll a percentage again.
It's not
But
unrealistic.
it counteracts all of Logan or all of Tyler's female characters.
21.
21. Human. And give me a roll for the
That
name.
was a 1, by the way.
Oh
Oh my goodness,
12.
dude.
12?
Your rolls.
12. I'm not gonna make another fucking German guy. Hellbenders.
Okay, hold on.
Nah.
I'm gonna roll again.
He can be Mesoamerican or Slavic.
Ooh.
I do
Or-
have like a. It's kind of like one of the names I have with the crew members is kind of an interesting name. It's like a mixture
What was
of,
the
like,
name? What was the role in the Slavic name? What was the sorry,
12.
12. He's Borislav.
Boris.
His name is Borislav.
Boris.
Thin, wiry kind of dude. Black hair.
My birth name is Boris, but
He
I'm
wears leather
Slav.
armors and he has a surgeon's pack as he comes on board. He's very friendly. He says, "Hello, you're Gina. It's good to meet you. I'm Borislav. I'm a surgeon. I can heal all your crewmates. Holy shit, this fucking thing is huge." He goes over. He starts meeting everyone. He's like, "Hello. If you have wounds, come to me. Hello, oh, you are all pirates. Was this a pirate ship? I can very much tell. I don't care, as long as I get paid." And he goes over and he starts setting up all of his medical
Get
supplies.
that man away from me. All these.
If you are
medics-
bleeding, you will not want me away from you.
I think I like him.
Give me another, and is that all of them?
Kirk.
Cook,
Bleeding
female.
dog.
I have at least one. And percentage roll.
Dude.
10.
You can't
10?
roll up 20.
Roll again.
41.
There we go. I just
41?
you couldn't do it, apparently. Bet you can't roll 100.
All right, and give me a percentage roll.
Bet you can't roll 100. I was right.
18.
18.
I was right.
All right. A female dwarven woman by the name of Darrith comes on board. She has braided orange hair. She kind of comes up. She's wearing cook's clothing, and she makes her way to the ships. I've seen bigger.
Alright.
Gina, yeah?
Aye.
Why the fuck do you spell your name like that? Regardless, I'll be cooking soup and stews and whatever the hell you and your crew need. Show me to the cooking station. I can get myself started. I could kill any of you with this spoon.
Oh boy.
I could.
Cyrus is like
I feel like a
questioning
lot
his
of the.
decisions.
I feel like a lot of the crews are like, I'm impressed.
Yeah. They're like,
Cool.
okay.
A lot of them are fucking.
It's good to
tired.
meet you. My name is Borislav. Don't you fucking touch me. I am your healer if you need any help. If I have a burn, I'll patch it up myself. You won't be saying that when you're bleeding. When am I going to bleed off of a ship? Have you ever seen a splinter before? I'll make sure to stay away from the splinters. Okay, well, I'm here if you need me.
I once killed a man with this.
With these stuff.
Need heals, come to Boris.
If you need heals, come to Borislav.
Nice. And I will not have you roll anything for the rest of the crew because I have the names down. If you
Cool. Well, that's your cast of characters for your crew there.
Speed name them?
speed name them. Well,
Nope.
no, I already have all the names for all the crew.
No,
So,
like
I
say
can just
like
read them
speed
out for
say.
you.
Oh yeah, sure. Go for it.
Speed read.
I also have the title. So the second mate is Eleanor Ridley. Bosun's mate is Alexander Ronan. Surgeon's mate is Terry Blanchard. Carpenter is Herschel Applebottom.
Perfect.
Yep. Gunner is Cecilia
Genius boots with the
Anders.
fur.
Gunner's mate is Peter Tate. Helmsman is Katrina Sunderland. One of the midshipmen is Martin Parrott. Another one is John Davies. Another one is Charles Minor. Another one is Henry Evans. The topman is Abigail Bird, Jane Marshall, Jerry Smith, and Pumpkin Jeff. And then we have four seamen: Primrose Clark, Adelaide Clark, Adam Knott, and Olaf Schmidt.
Ooh,
Okay.
I detect siblings.
So that's why they all stayed on board, because they were from England, and everybody else was named Skullfuck Taserface, and they all left.
Yes.
So these were like, we're not actually pirates, we're just from over there.
Actually, honestly, they're probably the
Hello,
people who are
I'm
like,
Primrose. Oh,
probably the people who like kidnap from like other ships.
Skull fuck taser face. That's pretty good.
okay, so, all right, Darren, what are you doing?
Fuck.
You got, at the end of week 2 is the assault.
Okay.
So this is your last week before the assault.
I had
You're
a
doing all
5-minute
Grousing. I
encounter on the
haven't done
first
any.
day.
Yeah, I know.
Downtime
Don't worry,
yet.
I'll give you more time.
Give me just a moment.
Hey, random carnival troop I haven't played 20 games in. Do you have any suppliers? Me?
They're my only contacts.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I was just trying to think.
I mean, Galen's gone.
Who are these
Why not?
thespians?
Let's just double up. Let's do gambling.
You're gonna gamble for a whole week? Okay.
Again.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Totally cool. I don't care.
Drunken
Dude,
stupor
Dude, you
from tavern to
just
tavern.
fucking won your mission. You should be celebrating.
Ayla is also free to join. If
She joins. She's really good at gambling.
cool.
Surprisingly.
Actually happened to win any money like during the carousing?
No.
No.
Will she give
You
it to
lost
me
more
if she
money than
does?
you did. Because you gambled like one day, and then the rest of the days was like eating and partying and doing all
So-
that. Now you're just spending the whole week like,
So-
we're gonna make money via card games. And she was like, we're gonna make so much money.
So I can do 10 gold to 1,000 gold, according to Xanathars.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy.
Hang on, let me pull it up in Zenithar so I can see it. Oh, can you roll me percentage?
Oh,
We didn't roll for your initial downtime if you had any problems.
That was my
Doesn't
problem.
look like I have a lot, but clicking.
Okay.
What'd you
I
get?
do.
Straight up 30.
Alright, you're
Over
fine.
400
And then
platinum.
I'll drop.
Gambling.
I sold
How much you dropping?
each of
Oh,
the bracelets
so-
were worth 200.
This is just together. Like I will put in.
Yeah, they were. Shit.
How much I want to put in? Is he big? Does he think? You think the two of them together?
Ayla is egging you on.
So-
More. We'll make so much money. I am so good at conning people.
I'm just gonna
What?
My own sister couldn't find me for so long.
That's true.
Are you sure they were
Don't tell her.
worth 200?
I won't tell.
Pretty sure, but I did delete them. I assume.
I don't even know what China's doing this whole week, so this is week 2.
I
I
don't know.
know. Just,
God, I
hers
hate
has been
this.
like
Fuck, I'm putting
a
800
couple
in.
hours. How much did you play it?
800.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
It's a
So,
little
are you
more
you're
sense.
doing this with Ayla?
Still,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's all
So
the
we'll go to like separate
Give
tables.
me an insight check. First thing. First off, this has nothing to do with the gambling.
Okay. Not great.
I also have
Okay.
a small fortune in gems that I'll never sell.
Oh.
Sell because
I do have a good insight though, so that's a 14.
Okay.
Rubies.
yep, it's all the rubies
14?
and stuff.
Yes.
As you go about this, and you are going through these rolls, and you go through the week of gambling, it comes upon you day after day. You keep doing this. Ayla is definitely using magic to cheat, granting you advantage on all of your rolls.
Are you serious?
But
Am
you
I
will
assuming
have a
chance?
complication.
But I will have one.
You will have a
If
complication.
this is just something that's happening. Like
Yes.
This is happening.
Ayla is causing trouble.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
give me an insight check.
All right. Do you know how the gambling works?
Yep, I got it.
Cool.
Don't even worry about it.
Don't
All
even
right.
trip, dog.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Give me deception. Oh God.
What in the world was that roll?
22.
Okay.
At 22.
And then final one.
What is my final check?
It is
You get
intimidation.
Advantage on all these?
Intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you said, right?
You're trying to,
You get advantage on all of them.
trying to
Hell
force
yeah,
someone off
that's
guard.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use an inspiration?
Mhm.
21.
All right. Now roll me a d6.
How many enemies you have?
Sorry. 3. I will say, I intentionally did not read the complications just in case, so.
You gamble all week, and Ayla is helping you, and you guys are doing really, really well. In fact, by the final game comes down, and you've made a good amount of money. You're in the plus. You've lost some, you've made some. You're at about 700, but this final game will win you everything if you win. And unfortunately, it's up against Eleander, who is one of the town nobles. He is the head of the
I know who
guards,
Eleander is.
and he doesn't take a liking to the way you play. The two of you play very dirty, and everybody around the table doesn't seem to notice except for him.
He has coin to spare.
And of course, you win. You cheat him out of all of the money that everybody has won around the table. You're incredibly happy. There's victory, and Ayla's like, oh, we just made so much money, and it's great. But as you kind of leave the celebrations, you can just see Eleander in the back of the room. Just, I know what you've done. We don't know if that'll have repercussions in the future, but regardless, you leave this week and the end of all of your escapades with 1,600 gold pieces.
Did I win all of them?
So yeah, you spent 800 and you gained 16.
You doubled.
So you
what
basically
put
yeah.
It's a pretty good payoff.
Mm-hmm. Rosalie.
Isn't it
Sorry,
time?
Cyrus.
Yeah. 1 second.
Oops.
All right, I'm going to the boat
The boat.
on day 1.
Okay.
Yeah. This is still day one for us.
For-
Week
yeah.
2 for him.
For perspective of how much money I put into it.
Yeah.
After recouping, I'm only at 1,400. That doesn't sound right.
I was gonna say you won 16.
Yeah.
Boy.
Wait.
I was in my account was in negative, but so when I put it in,
Wait. So I was at. Let me do the math on this. So I was at.
You should have at least 1,600 gold.
Wait. Let me figure this out. So this is what I was at.
Yeah.
I put in 800.
Put in 800. That would leave you at. I'm gonna take off at 22.
I know what I did wrong. I'm stupid.
remove 800, add 1,600.
Yeah, no, I know what I did. That was wrong.
What do you do? You're going to the boat.
Mhm.
Okay.
How's everything been, John?
It's been
Anyone
fine.
left?
Everybody made their way back. No, nobody's left yet. Some people are thinking about leaving, but we just don't know what to do next.
We don't need everybody anymore.
All right.
Did I tell you about my plans for this ship earlier? I can't recall.
You mentioned it.
We're gonna add a bit to the commerce of Saltmarsh. You've seen all the inns and taverns they have, right?
Well, the 3 of them. Yeah.
You know they need another one.
Of course.
We're gonna throw one on the dock and we're gonna use this ship.
Okay. All right.
Are you interested
In running a tavern?
in helping out? If not, I understand. I'm sure there are a lot of sailors come in and out. You can help them in any way you want. It's just an offer.
I need to think about it.
Take your time. In the meantime, we're gonna have everyone pretty much move out just about half of what we have on this ship.
Right.
Renovations and such. Now, we don't need everybody. Who are the people who are dead set on leaving and who'd like to grab a couple more coins?
I'll have to talk to them. They're not dead set on anything. They need time to figure it out.
We'll bring them above deck. We'll have a little rally.
Over the course of a few hours, John comes back with about the remaining 10.
Oh,
The other 10, which was the other 20, because there were 20 of the crew.
15.
15? Okay, those are the 5 people that are like, we're going to go live our lives and leave.
Okay.
John comes up and he says, I've been thinking about what you told me.
You're a
I
good
need to-
man.
I need to earn my leadership if I want it. So,
Maybe this is a step down for you. I understand if you don't want it.
it's not. It's just I think I need to carve my own path, which is what you told me. I don't want to follow in Hemo's steps, but I do want to live in the memory of him. Thank you. Good luck with your tavern.
He kind of puts his hand on John's shoulder and says,
You're a better man than I, John. Seems as though you have more aspirations. I'd like you to come back to Saltmarsh sometime later.
I'll be
Be
back.
happy to catch up. If you survive these immaculate adventures, those are stories I want to hear.
I hope to see you again, Cyrus.
I'll buy you around then.
All right.
To the rest of you, we're clearing off this ship. We're doing a bit of renovating.
Now, not.
It'll only take a few days. You can earn your wages in. And if you'd like, we'll need about 5 of you left to run a little tavern here.
Oh boy.
I'm pulling up music for you. This is
Oh,
the
Volsung
music.
theme.
No, this is the music that plays in Red Dead 2 when you
Oh,
build your
yeah,
house.
There's like a fucking
Yeah,
rhythm
yeah.
game.
No, it's not the mini game. It's let me get it.
There's something that I never did.
It's in the epilogue.
That's
Where is it? Here it is. This is the Cyrus building.
It's Bayleaf in the background. See?
This is the
he's
montage of the sun setting in the background, people moving very quickly across the deck. They're like bringing stuff out. It's like a time lapse. It's the nighttime. Cyrus is up on deck with a lantern, kind of looking around. Somebody tries to leave. He gets him up back on the ship, goes back over. Everybody's like swabbing the decks.
There's like a scene where like one dude's like kicked back with a smoking pipe, and I like throw it out of his hand, pick it, smoke it myself, and be like, get back.
It's just day in, day out.
How long does it take?
4 days.
4 days?
4 days.
That is 2 gold a day, so 8 gold for everyone that's been helping.
Cool. That was your little.
Well,
That was your
this
little thing.
episode definitely isn't monetized now.
What do you mean?
Was that not?
We had cover.
We
audio.
played music. We're fucked.
We were talking during the major duration of it, so it probably won't get struck. And it's video game music. People do let's plays.
Well, that sounds like it's a song.
It's a variation.
I think it might have
Don't
been
worry
some
about it.
It's more a joke than anything, but I don't.
Shit, lost my train of thought. So we need 5 more people, and I'm waiting on my contact for info.
Yep, you can, because you had a contact, and that's going to take 4 days, they can supply you with another contact that Cyrus will go and meet up with and be like, well, we need some supplies. And they're like, okay, we can get that for you. Here's all the people that we use to get our supplies, and it gets down to a little bit cheaper. I'll say over the course to renovate the entirety of everything, paying your crew, that's up to you, but all of the stuff you're going to put inside of it, you can get it startup cost for an easy 230 gold pieces.
All right.
That's not bad, actually.
No. We
Yeah,
had a
you
lot
have
of
to build
moves.
the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have been working on the sign. So we're renaming the Sea Ghost to the Blazing Wave. It's going to be an on-the-water tavern where we serve clam chowder because why? Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Clam chowder, fish and chips.
Yeah, we have one of those like hanging signs. I don't know the name for those if there is one specifically, but it is.
Hanging sign.
Yeah, it's. Cyrus took a lot of time kind of mastercrafting it because that is what he does. That's his whole thing. It is a very like immaculately painted. It's a little ship breaking a large wave, backlit by a warm sunset that sets that wave ablaze, as if the whole thing were kind of. It had a warm, kind of sunlight hue.
Like a glow.
Yeah.
Cyrus's degree in graphic design came in. It's very nice, yeah.
I have a certificate in graphic design. I know how this works. Yeah. So he'll pay his people. He'll pay the fees and stuff, and then we're gonna work on getting some grog, some mead, just fill it all out. And I'd like to pay a couple, maybe 2 to 5 criers to just say, hey. There's somewhere that sells wine that doesn't suck ass.
Yeah, and you guys start up your business just fine. I'm going to say the whole first work week is you setting up the tavern, and then work week 2 is it's going to be in business.
Okay.
So, cool. You set up the Blazing Wave, and you guys can also frequent this tavern if you like to. It's very nice. It's the Sea Ghost, but completely renovated. I bet there's a point where Cyrus is like, hey, everybody, look, and everybody's like, whoa, shit, this is really cool. This was our ship, and now it's a restaurant. Cool.
I'll drop 3 gold on various criers just to get the word out.
Sure, you can drop 5 gold if you want to.
Sure.
And maybe you'll get a bonus to people coming
My
to your...
favorite thing about this is that I feel like this like encapsulates what should happen when the party has so many like differing desires but comes together to do things. It's like this is our time to kind of do the things that we want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're making a tavern, I'm gambling
Yeah.
and making enemies probably. You're trying to figure out where to go. You're like,
Oh, you did it on your second work week, right? You were totally gambling in fucking Blazing Wave. So...
well, and it's probably like the night before we go out to battle too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
So yeah, we
It's like
drop.
what have I got to lose? I might die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Put all of it in.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. And then...
Probably not though, because the Rumos family.
Rosalie?
Probably.
Hang on.
Rosalie?
On your second work week, I'm assuming you're just running your business.
I'm spending 10 days to make that coin.
All right, so we're gonna roll on that.
I think it's in the DM's
I
guide.
got it.
Zetathars.
I've got it.
So it's percentage plus 10.
Hang on.
So if you don't fuck it up, you're good. 97. I'm not going to keep it because that was a test roll. That would have been fucking awesome.
Yes.
Watch, they're going to screw it up now.
Running a business. All right. So the amount of days.
We're spending a 10 day.
10 days. Okay. And you got to drop that 100 gold. What is it? 10 gold a day to keep the business up.
5.
5 gold a day to keep the business up. Okay, so you got to drop that 50 gold.
I won't have to, depending on if the business pays for itself or not.
Okay, got it.
That's part of this roll.
Cool. So a roll percentage plus 10. And I'll give you an extra plus 10 because you did some marketing.
90.
90 total.
Yes.
Roll 2d8.
Okay.
You don't have to pay the maintenance. So you don't have to drop 50 gold.
It immediately paid for itself, which
Yep.
is very nice.
That is very
even
nice.
though
People
I
like,
didn't
thank
drop that much
God,
on it, too.
no more
Got
claw
lucky.
line.
4.
4.
Yeah, thank God.
And
more
you
fall.
made 20 gold. You made a profit of 20 gold pieces.
It's a return. We're still in the black.
It's a return. Perfect. So every week, or the amount of days that it goes by, because we don't have to do it every fucking
Yeah.
week, we'll just keep track of how long it's been, and we can roll it at the end of it. So if you would rather roll at the end of like 30 days, you can.
And hope
Yeah.
you don't get fucked.
Well, I mean, with a plus 30, at the most part, at the very worst, it'll just break even, I think. So,
Yeah. No, yeah, literally, if you just wait really long, you wait 100 days, you're gonna hit 90 or above.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just depends on how long you leave it. Anyways, it'll survive on its own.
It's
Okay,
there now.
Rosalie.
I'd like to go to the fine woman who sells magical goods.
Captain Zendros.
And
Fine
which
wo- you
week
cast
is this?
fine woman.
This is my
Fine
second
woman.
day. First week.
Alright, well,
Rosalie is living in the past.
yeah, I was gonna say we.
Yeah,
we-
well,
we-
both of us are still living on the first
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, trying to catch you up.
Logan and I finished our entire 2 weeks already.
Well, yeah, I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
You go to Captain Zendros, you step inside, she looks up and she says, "You again."
Me again. Do you have any like magic weapons, like a dagger or like a crossbow? Dagger, short sword, not a crossbow.
It's very vague.
Yep.
I might. I can check.
Could you? Just realize every time I smile at people, they can't see that I'm smiling at them.
Mm-hmm.
Dagger, crossbow, dagger,
Short sword.
dagger,
Smile. Can't
Dagger.
See it. Huh.
dagger.
Dagger. Oh, also, I have this set of earrings. I don't know if they're magical or not. Could you tell me?
Where'd you get the earrings?
The Baroness.
The Baroness? She goes over. They're not.
Oh. Think they're worth anything?
Not to me.
Oh. Well, I guess they'll go into my gem collection.
It's a good collection to have.
Yep. Got quite a sum of money in gems right now.
Crossbow, you said?
No, just a dagger or like a short sword. Maybe
dagger?
a dagger.
I got a dagger of venom. It's a dagger that poisons people.
Yeah, I know what they do. Any other ones? Like maybe like
I can check my specialty items. Give me a second. I gotta get the book out.
Okay.
She goes over. She goes over to like a cabinet and kind of moves across, and you can see they're kind of like arcanely locked into place.
Catalog.
And she like unlocks one and pulls it out, puts it down, and starts flipping through it. A dagger, huh?
Yep. Or short sword.
These might have to get shipped out.
That's fine. I can wait. Don't really have anything to do for about 2 weeks.
She's just flipping through it. You can't really tell if she's looking at you or not. She's just kind of like this, and her eyes are completely gold. So even if she is looking at you, you can't even tell. She could be looking down. Got a dagger. That's not really a dagger.
Is it like a sword, short sword.
Yeah, short sword. It's a dagger of the ogre mage.
What does that do?
What does it do?
Yes, what does it do?
You know, let me just let you know, I'm not liable to whatever these magic items do. Sometimes I'm not always correct on the things that they can do. So if it starts talking to you in your sleep or trying to convince you to go toss some ring in some volcano or something, that's on you, not me.
Look down at the necklace. All right.
It was once it's a magic weapon. Apparently, you can put cantrip scrolls into the hilt of it, and it'll activate them when you hit people with it.
That's extremely powerful.
Logan, why do you have Cyrus's gender as hunk?
Because he is a hunk human.
I've also got a frozen dagger.
Homunculus?
Hunkmunculus.
Homunculus. Frozen dagger. Nope.
What
We got
do
this other one called a purging dagger.
I'm also free to have like a short sword. Short swords.
Short swords?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Would you rather have a short sword?
I don't know that I'd use the word rather, but I would buy one from you.
What the hell is this thing?
I want mozzarella sticks.
Do you want mozzarella sticks?
Yeah,
Yeah, she sounds really good.
I ordered.
How about
them.
this
Should
one?
have ordered 3.
How about this one called a thorn piercer?
A thorn piercer.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Quite
it.
interesting.
Yeah.
It can be it's a magic weapon, deals extra damage, and depends on which kind you want. There's dagger, rapier, short sword, or whip versions of this. Short sword one can poison people, and the dagger version can explode when you throw it.
Huh.
With a bunch of thorns.
How much for both?
For both?
Yep. You know, like a.
How about 500 gold for 1,000 gold for both?
For both. Not like you couldn't give me like a $100 coin discount.
In fact, you're going to give me 50 coins so that I can even get these things, and they'll come in a few days. So no, I can't do that. I'm already giving you a really good price here because apparently these things are supposed to be legendary. The people always put legendary on their items because they've never found another copy of it. It's bullshit. I see copies all the time.
1,050.
1,050 gold. I'll get you these for you.
All right.
Good. Come back in a few days, and I'll have them for you.
Oh, I just added 1,050. 2,100.
Really?
All right. Thank you.
Yep. And you give it to her? Cool.
Yes.
All right. Are you doing anything else?
I'd like to find China.
Okay. You and Sheena meet on the exact same day on her ship. You make your way all the way up to the haunted house, and
We're in
you
the future. And you're in the
the smuggler's den, and you make your way over. She's like organizing the whole ship. She has a clipboard.
I literally have like a manifest. Okay. Okay.
Rosalie steps on your ship.
I promised your Furbolg friend I'd take him to the Fae Island, so
Yes.
I thought I'd maybe do that while I have time.
Absolutely. Can I ask for a favor first, then?
I guess.
Can you check something out for me? I was actually gonna come find you pretty soon.
Sure.
I lead you into the captain's cabin. and
Okay.
Point at the.
That's nice.
Do you think you can open this?
I could try. Have I ever seen a lock like this before?
Nope.
No?
Never.
How the hell are you gonna open? I'm assuming thieves' tools will do nothing to this thing.
You can try.
Can I determine if it is trapped?
Give me a.
Give me an investigation check.
Do you want me to make my own the skilled hireling that'll run it when I'm not there?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah, go for it.
19 for investigation.
Your other character hadn't died.
Yaga, do you want to run a whole
He's
boat?
not dead. He's not even
Not Yaga.
He's back in Waterdeep.
Mycroft.
No! God damn it, the chef!
Yeah, the chef.
Oh. Yeah.
Cheetahs?
Welcome to Logan's characters. They want to rule the world
Or
with
die.
restaurants.
The crossover you didn't know you needed. This comes to Saltmarsh to run Cyrus and
Imagine Ladra running a food chain.
Boat Tavern.
You lace all of it with cocaine
Yeah.
to get people
He's
to
a
come
bad
back.
person.
He's a bad person. The perfect description.
What'd you get on investigation?
19.
No. In fact, it seems magical.
Oh. Well,
Knock that bitch.
you're gonna need a better mage than me. Seems like magic. My
Okay, well-
my thieves' tools aren't gonna do much. Well, I'd like to try actually.
I have something that maybe I could help you with that.
A sledgehammer.
Maybe.
Help me.
Yes. So I'm gonna try something, and I'm gonna read the rule to you.
Okay?
I want to make your call.
The dice knows
Okay.
Pauls.
Hmm?
The dice knows Pauls.
So I can make runes.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yep. And one of the two I took is the fire rune.
Okay, of course.
This rune runes magic channels the masterful craftsmanship of fire giant smiths.
Oh,
While wearing or carrying an object inscribed with this rune, your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses your proficiency with a tool.
That's cool.
give me an intelligence check.
The question is it possible? No matter what, I would inscribe it into one of my things because it has other abilities with it as well.
Where do you inscribe the rune?
You inscribe it onto inscribe weapons, armor, or shields.
Where are you inscribing this rune?
It'll be on my sword.
Okay. Give me a roll.
I think I have like a plus one to that. +2, so 8.
8. Alright, the only thing you notice, those runes are inscribed on this safe, on this vault.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the sides of it.
Yeah. So
They're inactive, but they're there.
yeah. So same type of stuff. So maybe if you hold this, maybe this might help. I don't know.
That?
We'll see. Yes. Okay.
It's kind of hard to
I
hold
figured-
a weapon and
You don't even have to really hold. Just sheath it. That's all you need to do. Hopefully,
Okay.
I don't know.
Don't really-
I'm figuring this out by myself right now. So
Right.
You have the sword, there's a glowing orange rune on it.
we'll see if this works.
all right.
You need to play this fucking class.
And put her sword. I sheath her sword.
Okay.
And I pull out my little bit of
Okay,
thieves' tools.
before you even give me a thieves' tools check, as you go over and you pull them out, and you
This is
begin to
gonna
stick them
hurt.
inwards. As you get closer towards this, you know how I said it's like cylinders? You go over towards it, it literally begins to turn, and opens outwards and begins to glow this orange color, and it goes inwards and inwards and inwards, much further than the box even goes. And you can see what looks like glowing orange kind of things moving beyond it. And as you go over, it pulls your hand inside, and it looks like orange tethers on each knuckle, and it's like zzz, like holding your hand on the inside of it. You completely drop your thieves' tool.
Okay.
You're gonna
Yeah.
give me a strength check.
Oh shit. Ooh,
Hey.
18.
18. You pull your hand out, and it lashes up the side of your hands, and you take 15 fire damage as your hand nearly has third-degree burns as you pull them out. It's like touching like a hot pan. Just hurts your hand really, really badly as it goes back in and
Okay,
clink.
that didn't work.
No. Yeah, a mage better than me and
Yeah, okay.
with less metal.
Well,
Um,
thank you for trying. Sorry about that. Maybe
yeah,
your surgeon
it's
can
fine.
help out. Are you surgeon can help you with that? Maybe?
Hey, yeah, where's he at?
Just probably in the med bay.
All right.
Probably. My sword. My sword.
Oh, yep.
All right.
Just yeet.
Out the porthole. No. All right. Cool.
My sister so she could swim with fire.
Darren, are you doing anything else?
I spent my 2 weeks.
Okay, you're not doing anything else, I'm assuming?
We still have 2 weeks to catch.
Just hire
Okay.
someone.
Sorry, what?
I was there to take the furbolg.
Oh, okay. So you go over and you find that one. Sitting below decks. Knees up to his head. Staff. Bit of chain armor down him. Kind of looks up towards you.
Are you ready to leave? Well, it's time to go then. If you have anything, collect it.
Stands up. Hunches.
Let's go. They are very nice. Much better
Just
than-
follows you.
yeah. Get on our little rowboat and lead him back to
Okay.
him.
Get on the boat and you lead him towards the Fey Island. And you get over, and it takes about a day or so. And you see the island in the distance, glowing that it's just looks like a regular forest on the outside of it. Completely unknowing. And, of course, he does not talk the entire time. He does at one point notice your hand, and over the course of whatever long rest you would have, he would heal it. And you make your way over towards the island. You kind of dock in front of it, and he gets out. And he's just standing on the sand, and he looks around.
I got it.
Thank you. Well, I'm gonna get off with him on a rowboat and lead him to the
Okay?
island.
All right. You lead him upwards towards the forest. And as you lead him upwards, you see that kind of veil begin to like dissipate and open up like a curtain. Inside, beyond the curtain, you see a completely different world beyond. Glowing baubles, completely different forest. Looks like a perpetual sunset. And he just kind of looks inside. And he just makes his way over. And he leans downwards and puts himself in. He goes in. And then he turns back and he looks towards you.
Be safe here. Goodbye.
Turns around. He goes in. And the veil just shuts behind him.
Get back on the rowboat. Sail back to Waterdeep. Or not to Waterdeep. I want to
Alright.
go to Waterdeep.
Bye, bitch. Let's go to Waterdeep. All right. You sail back. Finding a new place for that Furbolg.
Yes. He's my friend.
Oh my god. And the song I was playing was from Divinity called Your Tale Awaits You Down the Road. All right. Chena, are you doing anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Finding a mage.
I'm gonna put my hand towards that same opening that.
It turns and clicks and goes tink, tink, tink and opens upwards and goes really, really like further. Like it's like this big and then it like goes outwards.
Yeah.
And your hand also is tethered in by those streaks of orange. Just bring you in and you feel like it's just kind of stuck. And it's just like all of the circular bits are moving. And it's kind of difficult to kind of move your hand almost.
And can I try to figure out if I move my hand like certain ways, I could try and figure out if that's how you open it?
It seems to register when you do it. You just turn your hand one way. You hear a snapping sound.
In your wrist.
Doesn't go any further. You're still tethered in.
Fine, I did too. I'll let just went back and forth. Maybe that'll do it.
That's the secret.
And try and move towards the side.
You move towards the side. It's very strange. It almost looks as if all of the circular bits kind of follow it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't get much. The hole is only about that big.
Yeah. Okay.
You can kind of move your fingers, actually. It's just difficult to move your hand around.
Mhm.
Moving your fingers isn't too hard. And that's where the tethers kind of go in, or like in
Yeah.
your fingers.
What happens if I move one finger?
Makes like a little noise.
Okay. Is there any that I could roll to try and understand how this is working?
Give an intelligence check. Arcana. 100% Arcana.
Damn it! If only I had the other room active. I don't think I have something I can put it on. Because I have another room. Like, Jacob, so here's a question. I'm
Yes.
assuming my fire mantle is not considered armor. Because it's given
No.
armor bonus. Okay.
No, it's not armor.
Okay.
Why, you want to apply a rune to it?
Well, yeah. Well, no. Well, I would have liked to, but it's very specific on what you can do. I only have one thing. I can
If it counts as armor, then you don't get your wisdom bonus to your armor class anymore.
No.
So, it's not armor. Because monk.
Except for specific items like bracelets of defense, they don't count as armor.
Makes
for
sense.
purposes of.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
4.
4. Gina's like, I don't know what to do.
Have a crit behind that.
I'm not gonna even.
2.
I'm going to just try and pull my hand out.
Give me a strength check.
16.
16. You pull your hand out, and the entire thing, like, it was spinning, and then it, like it shut down. It stopped spinning, just clink, 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 and, like, comes back into itself.
Half it if it's fire.
Yeah, I know. 5 fire damage.
Alright. I'll figure this out tomorrow morning.
All right. Is there anything you're doing for the week?
Well, I kind of need to get into that goddamn safe in order to do what I want for the week. So,
Could he spend the week figuring out how to get into the safe? Research?
well, I have something I can do.
Yeah,
so.
you can do the research downtime activity.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But first you have to help
Just
Crag dig graves before he'll let you do it.
Nah, slag.
So,
is growing.
I want to finish this little thing out. Her thing is she wants to try and get the mansion, the abandoned haunted mansion,
Up and running as like a guild house.
as a guild house.
Okay.
As a guild stronghold.
That's a thing you can do in the DM's guide.
Yep.
So, where's the DM's guide?
You should have it.
It's on your computer with the D&D Beyond.
Wow, the D&D
Not
Beyond
sponsored.
app.
Not sponsored,
Do you have it?
No.
but we wish we were.
Yes.
Hey, that's all John trying to say. FlexTape sponsored it, so...
He also got 20 million views.
Hey,
so,
no. All you had to do was say, I wish I was sponsored by FlexTape.
in the downtime area or between adventures, there's the cost for startup. If you already have the building, I'll go ahead and give you quarter the cost of what it is to have a guild house, and then it should have all of the requirements you need for it. Rosalie, you doing anything?
Thank you for going to the table of contents. I feel like not enough people do that.
So there and back, that takes what, 4 days?
2 days.
2 days? I would like to go pick up my weapons if they're done. If they are not,
Yes. I'm going to send you a picture of what they look like.
I like that they have like
Oh,
a
stronghold.
flower theme, because my character has,
Look.
has a flower theme. Unless they don't look like a flower. They look
I'm-
like a flower.
I'm assuming
They
it's
are
under
a
guild-
rose.
Cool. Guild.
Elite.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
And I'm
So you
Rosalie.
have the leftmost and the rightmost one.
And can you send me their stats?
I can send you their stats.
You know, I actually don't know how this works. Really interesting.
Abadir did all that for us.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What? Oh, what did he do? Yeah, have fun with that.
Okay. Does it give you the startup cost, Gina?
So you need a deed, which we don't technically have for it, so we have to get that. It could be it would be up to the town of Saltmarsh how much they probably.
It's not in the area of the town of Saltmarsh,
but-
so you can just write up your own deed. Nobody cares.
Mm-hmm. So.
I own this house.
So
Science, Gina.
would you say that's no gold cost?
For the deed, no.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
That saves some time. Construction costs, though.
You don't need to do the construction cost.
Um,
Oh, sorry, no. To renovate it, yes. So
Yeah.
1/4 the construction
Okay.
cost.
So.
Jacob, I just realized. Good thing I'm friends with the jailer.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
It's okay.
So we have an abbey, but not that.
I didn't-
Guildhall Town or City.
That one.
Yeah. So that the construction cost is 5,000 gold. So.
So 1/4 of
my
5,000 gold is like what, 1,200?
1250.
Yes, 1,250.
Yes.
1,250 gold.
Yep.
You can renovate that place to be a guild house
Cool.
for for loot.
For the entire group.
Awesome.
For
So
both
I'm gonna
ships.
I'm gonna say how long does that take?
60 days.
So
He did-
1/4 that as well.
Okay. So I'm thinking
12
like
days.
completely renovating the actual
15 days.
mansion and then maybe building like a proper dock outside.
That's actually like perfect. It's literally the rest of your 2 weeks of downtime to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
like,
your 2 weeks of
literally
downtime will be building
Yes.
that. And every day you can make me an Arcana check to unlock that
so-
loot.
On the second day, I wake up and you can actually, at the beginning of each day, you pick what rune you want, and I have a second rune that actually helps with that.
Oh
I
shit.
picked the Make Me Smart rune.
The nut
It
rune.
is the where is
It's
it?
a pretty good room.
Yep. The storm rune.
Ooh.
You have advantage on intelligence Arcana checks, and you can't be surprised as long as you're not incapacitated.
Awesome.
Yep.
Alright, so you take a storm rune.
Yep.
Go ahead and give yourself advantage on that.
It's Arcana, right?
I want to use my.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. This vault was literally built by Fire Giants.
Yep. That's awesome. Actually, that's
Who's in a Freedy?
Ooh, that's a
18.
lot better.
Okay. You spend all day playing with it, figuring it out. You don't take any more fire damage as you kind of learn the intricacies of it. You figure it has a certain type of password, and then as you think about it, it clicks. You're like,
Literally.
when you move your fingers in a certain direction, it registers it. You figure if you draw a certain kind of
Oh, that's
rune,
cool. That's
it will
really
work.
cool.
Mm-hmm. But do I know what that rune is?
Nope.
Good question. Okay. That's gonna take some time for me to figure out then.
Well, you already have runes you know how to draw, so you can just
Yeah.
pick one.
I'll literally just draw. What is it called? Ild. This is a fire rune.
What does it look like?
That's so weird.
It doesn't
These are like-
show on here. But
Oh,
I
okay, all right.
probably-
Well, as you...
If you go in the player's handbook and go under maybe like the languages, maybe you might get that. but-
It should be in there. It's the giant one, but it's
Yeah.
fine. You stick your hand in and you draw the rune out, and as soon as you finish it, all of the tethers leave your fingers, and you watch the entire thing. Instead of just slamming shut, they like click together almost like a key lock, and the thing opens.
Okay, that's an awesome lock with a really dumb password.
You just have to say please, and as
Pretty
you open
much.
it, and you look inside, you see what looks like, what? Oh yeah, a canvas bag filled with platinum.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. How much? I'm gonna look through and see how much it is.
12.
12.
Platinum filled. You open it, it's Logan's face. He says 12.
It's a really small canvas bag.
Yeah, I don't imagine it's a canvas filled with platinum, but it's like this small, so it's like whole platinum.
This is super, super cool. And then it doesn't give you anything you can do with it.
No, but we have a plate. We have a base of operations at least now.
You count it out. 988 platinum.
Oh my god, that's
All right.
9,880 gold.
Mm-hmm.
How much gold did we need to buy that ring?
I think like 25,000.
We're getting pretty close.
Nine. How much exactly was it?
988 platinum. All right. So Sheena builds a guild hall and finally unlocks that fucking
Yes.
vault. I assume you drop all the money for the guild hall.
Yes.
'Kay.
It was
It was
$12.50, so
Yeah.
I could. It was so that'd be like what 12 platinum and
1250 is 125 platinum.
125.
Yep. Is there anything you're doing for the rest of your weeks? The 2 weeks?
Relaxing.
Chilling? All right, relaxing. That's fine.
Hang out.
All
How
right.
much? Can I go back and ask how much that ring was? Ring of Regeneration.
The Ring of Regeneration.
We
Duration?
did put a down payment on it, so they're holding on to it for us.
Yep.
We might actually be able to buy this stupid thing. I didn't think we'd actually ever get a chance to.
Wow, I can actually be pretty.
What was the
again.
price you guys had initially set on it? 25,000?
That's
I
what
think
we
so.
Just,
That's the estimate.
that's the estimate.
You come back to her and she says, I don't remember what original price I gave you, but I've got new ones. I reevaluate every month. That was the original price. Well, your lucky day. I got it down to 12,000 gold.
We can totally.
12,000. That's 12 with 3 zeros.
Yeah, we know how math works.
All right, just making sure. Sometimes I don't.
I know.
12,000 gold for a Ring of Regeneration.
I'll put 2,000 in. That's all I have. Then I'll put it all in.
Okay. That's what you do. I assume the
You
party
get a
all comes
message on
together.
your sending stone. Hey, the price on those things, it went down like a lot.
That's great. that's,
That's the one message that you send
yeah,
me.
that's the only message.
Well,
That's great.
hey, the price went down. Good.
Sending stones.
That's all that they can
All
do.
it is for a whole day.
You guys need what Vox Machina had. They had message earrings.
That there is actually a very specific magic item, but it's from Eberron, technically.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
We
about.
end up reconnecting.
So-
Like, I would totally buy that before the super weekend.
You guys spend the last day of the week in the Blazing Wave, drinking, winning at poker, and winning a bunch of money, pissing off Eleander Firebrand, running your tavern, and
Yes.
spending one last night together.
Why would he be angry? What did you do?
I don't know. I beat him at poker.
You beat him at poker?
Yes.
Well, that's enough to get anyone angry.
How much did he lose?
A lot.
That would
That
definitely
would
explain why.
definitely
Close
make
to
a man
1,000
angry. Huh?
We lost close to 1,000.
Yeah, that's
Cyrus, is there anything you're
Oh,
doing in
speaking
the
of, how
final
much
night?
is the ring again?
Nope.
Okay.
12,000?
okay.
Apparently, she reevaluated
How much are
7.
You
people
guys have?
willing? I found a whole bunch of money on my dad's ship, but I want to at least keep some.
Da-da-da. You guys have the rapture weed.
Yes, we do.
Speaking of,
Oh, no.
Drugs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Ayla can jump in.
Why do you get
No,
2?
she's no.
No, she can jump in. You don't even know what this is. It's pretty good.
I know what you said it was.
Are you trying to give drugs to a
How old are you?
Yeah, how old are you?
20 something.
My memory just isn't that good. Like my sister.
On the
Don't
night
really remember.
before the attack,
Hold on.
I think we should just stick
Hold
to
on.
tobacco and whiskey.
I had to go into my
Yeah.
Do you know,
delusion.
do you know how old you are?
I don't even drink. Why would I want to do this?
I know what it is, but
Because it's the night before the attack?
That's the best part.
No. It's,
Yes.
yeah, it's probably not, save it for after.
Guys, we
Save
could
it for
all-
afterwards, and then I'll be
We
more
could all
like
die
to.
tomorrow.
Yes.
You have the
Or-
fun tonight.
Yeah.
We
or
could die
have-
tomorrow because we...
Yeah.
I'm a head up deck, smoke my pipe, and listen to the waves. Enjoy yourselves.
The Blazing Waves.
That's pretty good.
You
You're
gonna
gonna get
blaze
that
on
a
the
lot.
waves?
You're really gonna get that a lot.
Haha. You don't want to. you
I'm
don't
gonna
want
go
to-
We
blaze
could
on the
blaze
waves.
This, we could blaze this rainbow.
I'm Cyrus. I'm gonna
Why are you
blaze,
suddenly like a frat boy?
blaze the waves. I can't do his voice very well.
What?
I was talking to him.
Oh.
This reminds me of earlier days.
He just takes
Earlier days? How old are you exactly?
You come up deck, and Bayleaf already has like a lighter.
He's like stuffing his pipe. Bayleaf has a fucking like a Bic lighter. The hell's a lighter? He has a candle.
Alright, it reminds me of about this time last
I'm ready to fucking.
I got it at
you?
7-Eleven.
So it reminds me of a few years ago when all
I'm
my
gonna go
brothers
upstairs.
acted like
You and Bayleaf.
when all my brothers acted like Jerry,
Like Jerry?
the hyperactive one.
And how old are you?
Yeah, all of us used to be like
I'm
him.
31.
All of us besides Tal. Tal was always
I don't remember.
kind of
I
like
feel so
You're
old.
21.
That's old enough.
I'm older
that
than
is old enough.
I'm older than all of you.
That is old enough.
How old are you?
32.
Barely.
Look,
33 in a few
Cyrus already
days.
walked away. Come on, you guys in?
I'll be
No,
33.
not until.
Is it
I
July?
will
Is it?
let her after tomorrow. How about that?
Is it flame roll yet?
I can't really.
Not yet.
That.
Not yet.
Tomorrow is flame
How
roll.
much for?
No, in
how
a
much
week.
you need for the
In a
week?
week.
How much would you prefer to have between the three of us?
Wait. What if Darren does it and then we all watch him? Then we can determine whether or not it's a bad
Do
idea.
it without you guys. It's so much. It's not fun.
But what if we all die?
It's not fun if it's by yourself.
That's a good point. Thank
Yeah,
you for
so we should
actually
do it now.
thinking properly
That, no,
for
she,
once.
she's saying what I'm saying. We should do it now. Because what if we all die tomorrow?
No.
That's not what I'm saying.
No.
I'm saying, what if it kills us?
Oh,
And then
well.
you take it and you die, and then we know we shouldn't take it.
I used to. Let's not talk about that.
Have fun with your battle, though. I don't have a hand.
Yeah, we're working on
yeah,
that.
we're talking about that right now.
So who wants to put in some money for this?
Well, as it will, help me, I'd also like to put in some money.
Okay, so-
I've got
Well, we just won quite a bit of money.
a considerable amount of money and gems that I don't really want to let go, but I will if I have to.
How much are you gonna put in?
How much do you need?
You know, I asked her that same question and she didn't seem too keen on answering.
I want to see how much people are going to be putting in, and I'll probably cover the rest.
Let me count up how many gems I have.
Everybody's like, let me see how much you put in. Let me see how much you put in. How much do we want to put in? Let's just not get it.
It's like a bunch of people trying to buy weed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Want to get a plate of crack? Let's get a plate of crack for the
Oh,
table.
yeah.
I know you'll have a plate of crack.
I'll get a plate of crack.
Will you have some?
Hey,
Yeah, will
Jacob,
you have some? I know you'll have some crack.
Jacob, I grabbed the bag of winnings
Okay.
and I look at Ayla and I'm like, you want half of this? You want half of it, or do you want all of it to go towards that item that'll help her grow your arm?
Let me think. Yeah.
So she takes half of
Yes.
it.
Hey Jacob, how much could I sell
Why
the
ask?
potions of water breathing?
Potions of water breathing.
Mm-hmm.
How much could you sell them for?
Yep.
20 gold.
That's dumb.
That's
I'm gonna give you 1,000.
All right.
That's what I can put in.
Well,
So it's 12,000, correct?
Yeah.
I can put in
Nah,
2,000.
you get some for 50.
50?
Yeah. They'd be worth about 100.
Oh, I have 4 of them.
So
That's 200.
200 gold. Cha-ching.
Ta-ting.
Okay, and then I'll keep 4 of. I'll keep.
She's like, it's like, come on guys, let's go like smoke some crack before the big battle. And she's like doing her accounting.
I can give about 1,900.
Can't make that even too? Just to keep the counting
Sure.
even?
2.
All right. So that makes it.
That's 9,000 left for you.
I
Will
sell.
you do that?
All of my gems
Well,
put it
except
in
for
two,
the
9,000.
rubies.
Hey guys, give me a roll. Give me
type of roll?
intelligence.
Intelligence?
Give me intelligence roll.
Well, that's not me.
No,
I'm
somebody
too
give me
busy thinking
intelligence
about
roll.
crack.
Nice.
11.
11.
Rosalie is also thinking about the crack, but for
For a different reason.
For a different reason.
You guys figure that the town may reward you with money if you are successful.
Yeah, but we could go buy the item now and then be rewarded with money.
Yeah, and I can have a
Okay,
face.
I mean, it's true. If that's the case, then...
Or we can just put the 12,000 away somewhere that your sister knows where it is in case we all die, so she can go pick up the item and at least have her arm.
I have them. I can cover the rest of it. So,
Okay.
and if we get paid tomorrow, then
We're fine.
we're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, where the hell are my brothers?
All right.
I said they'd be
All right. So,
Time to go get a large sack of coins.
are you guys buying the ring?
Yes.
Yeah.
Late into the night, the day before the fucking attack, you gather all your money and funds and go
Not
over to
everything.
Captain Zendros with all the money you have and bring to her the goddamn... Do you have the right amount?
We have 12,000 gold.
Yep.
So, subtract it from your from what you've
I
got.
already did.
She's very surprised as you bring it towards her. Well, this definitely pays for it. Surprised you even had it on you. She takes all the money. Goes over, takes it into a back room. She comes out. Small little case made of wood. She puts it on the table. There you are. Be careful with that.
Be careful.
You take it first.
It's
You
for
put the
people
most
who
in.
aren't careful.
Would you
Exactly.
show me? Head back to the ship,
Yeah.
Make your way back to the ship with a small wooden box.
or the new guild hall, which is now complete at this point.
The ship's at the dock, though.
It's gonna take a while for her arm to grow back.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We don't want to take our crews on this fight, do we? We're just four of us going
Not
with this,
necessarily.
or our crews going.
If this is a full-on battle,
That's fair. So do you want to go back to the guild hall then? And
yeah, that's where my ship is. I wouldn't be
Well-
surprised if they need some fire support.
Captain, are we just taking one ship, or are we taking damnation too?
Take damnation. I'll ask.
You can come dock at, if you want to take your ship to the guild hall, you can dock at the
Sure.
docks.
Fantastic. I'll walk back with you.
Alright. Yeah, you coming with?
Oh, you're already there.
I was not aware. We were already back there, so that was not what I thought.
Are you
we
coming
were.
with? Well, okay, are you coming with? We're here.
I don't think I should really accompany you in a full assault.
No. That's not what I'm asking.
I come with you back to the guild house. It's fine.
That's what happens. You want to do that. Alright.
She should put that on.
You take the small box and you open it, and on the inside, sitting in it, is this wooden ring. It's very polished, and it's just this rusty brown color around the entirety of it. And it looks like they're what look like vines and leaves that run across the outside of it in different greens. It's actually quite big of a
Where are
ring
you guys?
on Blazing Wave, because
Oh,
that's where
okay.
Ayla is. You can come with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then you will find me clearing out a pipe.
Nice.
Join
And
the
as
You
you
want to smoke?
you guys are on like the port,
Not
the
that
top.
stuff.
She takes
I
it.
got more tobacco if you're interested.
We're smoking tomorrow. This stuff if we win, right?
Not that hand. You put it on her. She
Sure.
attunes to it,
Fantastic.
and you watch. It's like way too big for her finger. It shrinks and fits to her finger.
Well, at least we didn't get fleeced.
Ha ha ha! Oh, it itches really badly. Oh, she like itches her nub.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
Yeah, I'll
actually
get used to
working.
that.
Yeah, it'll take a few days for her arm to grow back.
It's not back yet.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna take some time, but
Might take a little bit.
She's just scratching it.
It'll teach you patience.
No.
yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I guess we're walking back to the guild house.
I'm assuming I probably like took the little skiff
Okay.
to here.
Sure.
You guys
Skip
rest.
Skip over.
And in the early morning, prepare for the battle. So, the plan. The Allied forces have devised a simple but effective plan. They begin with an attack by Saltmarsh's militia against the entrance. Once the Sahuagin commit troops to the defense of the gate, the aquatic factions of the Alliance will attack through the entrances on level 3, the area you guys had made your way out of. So you guys will be flanking them.
Did
The humans will keep the Sahuagins busy on level 1, while the allies will sweep through the lower levels and eventually crush the defenders in a pincer attack. Saltmarsh Council explains that the character's role is to serve as a strike force, disrupting the Sahuagin defenses and slaying as many foes as possible before the main force engages the enemy. A cunning party should have the chance. I'm not going to read that part. It's a daunting task, but the party has the allies' full confidence.
So literally do what we did like 2 weeks ago.
You will have an army behind you,
Yeah.
instead of like last time. Before being ferried from a landing point near the Sahuagin fortress, the Saltmarsh Council provides the characters with 1 potion of invisibility and 1 potion of gaseous form for each party member, in case you need to escape.
Okay.
The Council makes it clear that these items are on loan to the party and that they expect to return any of the unused
I
items.
missed it. What was it?
A potion of invisibility and a potion of gaseous form.
So we don't owe them if we use them, but if we don't use them, they want them back.
Yes. The Allied forces are... This is more like a narration, so your characters don't hear this. The Allied forces are destined for victory, but the degree of success is yet to be determined. We're going to do a narrative version of this attack. We're not going to play out you fighting every single Sahuagin. So instead, we're going to, together, collaboratively, tell a story about how you all defeat or are defeated by the Sahuagin. There's going to be
Based off
rolls
the dice
involved.
rolls? Okay.
So,
Ooh, Tin Candles D&D.
imagine the massive fortress sitting in the distance. Dozens of ships behind all of you as you sail yours up near it. Bunch of small rowboats stealthily row up forwards towards the front of the spire that leads upwards towards the rest of the fortress. The other allied forces have come in on their own ships and dive down deep into the ocean to attack from below. You all make your way up, being as quiet as you possibly can, with the dozens of human Saltmarsh forces behind you. None of your crew accompanies you, and the Saltmarsh Council, it ensures, like, you can bring your ships, but do not use your crew. That's your crew. We have soldiers for this. There are, like, maybe 50 to 100 Saltmarsh soldiers right behind you as you guys make your way in as an attack force.
As that's happening, I'm gonna kind of look around and see what's going on there.
Okay.
And then, can I keep up, like, with my swim speed? Can I keep up with, like, the speed that the boats are currently going?
Yeah, easily.
I'll be right back. Make sure everyone else is on the same page.
Simple clarification. In gaseous form, you treat solid liquids as if they were solid surfaces, but you can pass through small holes.
Yes.
If you cast it underwater, I assume you are collectively a bunch of bubbles that rise?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll, like, kind of grab a rope and kind of just, like, slide my way down, like, into the water.
Okay. Now you'd be like a cloud underwater. You wouldn't rise. You could go underwater.
No, you can't. You treat liquid as though they were solid surfaces.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, so if you cast underwater, you just go up towards the surface. Perfect.
I'll kind of, like, slide down and, like, splash into the water.
Okay.
And I'm just going to kind of get, like, a look of what's going on underneath, make sure that everyone's...
Bunch of Lokathas, Tritons, Sea Elves, Lizard Folk, and Merfolk making their way along down, leading a small, much larger than the human forces, full-on scale attack down towards that tiny little entrance that you guys had found on your escape.
Do I see my Brolus?
Yep.
It works with
They're with you, actually. They would probably swim over to you and just kind of look down towards all the forces.
continuation contingency.
You joining us, or are you going with your friends?
The moment before you
Says,
dealt lethal damage to
Ango.
this proc.
They probably need the help.
They probably do.
Besides, I trust you guys more than trust you guys to not die.
They're like kitted out. They have armor and weapons and everything.
Especially now that you actually have your stuff.
We know what we're doing this time.
Yeah.
I can already smell their fear. Well, I can smell their blood. I was
Yeah.
trying to be intimidating. You're not very intimidating, Ango.
Their leaders are dead. This should be easy.
Hopefully they're in disarray.
What's our plan, Gino?
Back up.
All right.
Get in, kill as many as we can.
Kill them all.
Hunt and
Alright,
hunt and destroy.
that's a plan.
It's very simple. It's very simple.
Cocks his gun, double checks the barrel,
So-
flicks it back.
Perfect.
Dripping wet. So we're just gonna fight our way through the militia force, like we burst through and just disrupt from the inside. That's what we're doing.
I believe so.
Which entry are we taking?
Entrance?
Well, we're going from the above, so main entrance.
Top entrance.
The top one. All right.
Yeah.
Rosalie, what are you doing? Just describe to me what Rosalie's doing during the time of you guys sneaking into the
Rosalie's
fortress.
basically following the orders she's given. I know I'm the captain of the ship, but this
Okay.
is
This is
the
out of your
soldiers
element.
are leading the attack, not me. So.
Yep. You guys are like an attack force, a strike force.
We're
though.
leading the soldiers.
You're leading the
They're
soldiers.
following behind us.
Yeah.
They're going to scissor in the moment that we set them in disarray and people start running.
Oh, well then, waiting.
All right, here's my
Try and cause us
minor
one.
addition to the plan.
Mm-hmm.
They know we've been here.
Yeah.
We fucking killed the Baron.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have that main entry heavily defended.
Alright.
I imagine that's what either of these potions were granted for.
Mm-hmm.
We still have those potions of water breathing.
Bayleaf can cast invisibility. If we turn into little puffballs of gas, we can probably slip through the sides of the door, meet them from behind.
Like that.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Shit, alright.
So you guys use your potions of gaseous form to get in through the entrance?
Bayleaf is going to cast invisibility on himself and 2 other allies. To
Okay.
essentially meet in the front of the door, we're going to slip through the door like the visor that they use.
Yep, perfect.
Get behind them, push them out, open the door.
That is exactly what happens. As all of you stealth your way, you who does the potion of gaseous form?
I think
Which one do you want
I'm
You
assuming
two?
I would.
Perfect. So the two of you turn into gas, going through the front entrance, and you notice it's completely covered in a bunch of like defenses and rubble and whatnot. The two of you unappear from your gaseous form.
Any Suhugan up here?
Nope. You push it all to the side. There's nobody in here, and you get the entrance open. It opens easily, and the dark rooms that are just being barely mined in this area, the hallways light up with the sunlight from the distance. Very dark, but you hear the distant pattering of what sounds like dozens of Sahuagin making their way over. The rest of you invisibly prepare for the attack, and then eventually they stop. They kind of rise. You just heard like
About where did they stop?
nearby. Seem
And-
to be preparing an attack.
Oh,
I imagine they're nearby.
place a hand on.
What exactly is the visual situation here? Like,
Basically,
what
you
kind
can
of
see like a T intersection, and they could be on either side.
chambers? Okay.
I'm gonna invisibly, because I'm invisible, place a hand on your shoulder. And
He holds up one of the little crystals, just holds it out,
oh, is this one of them? I'll take it.
and then drops it tediously just
I'll-
into your
I'll take
hand.
it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
Distracting
sneak
fireworks.
ahead
Yep. Okay.
and kind of try to quietly get
Gina and I are
get
waiting
an
on
idea
the
of
team.
what's going on.
Okay.
And do I see any of them?
Yeah. I mean,
They're
you make
all
your way
there.
over, and you see what looks like maybe about 10 Sahuagin.
10.
10. 5 on both sides.
I have a hand on my glaive,
Okay.
and I'm gonna keep stepping a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around, looking at these ones, these 10. I'm just gonna.
The battle is ignited immediately by this firecracker, essentially, and all the Sahuagin go into fight, and it's like they all crowd around on top of Darren as they they kind of make their way in, but because of the new feats you've taken, you're basically just skewering them as they're running over towards you. I'm assuming everybody else joins
Yeah.
the fray
No,
as
we're
the
right there,
attack
yeah.
force makes your way in, as Sahuagin are piling down the hallways, and the rest of you are just, there's shotgun
Blast,
blasts, there's
blast.
daggers being thrown, there's glaives spinning and decapitating some of them. China is just like jumping on their heads, just hitting all of them, and behind from all of you.
Like do like the whole spin, like I just like grab them by like my legs and grab them through their necks. And just
Yes,
flip them over.
perfect. And as more of them kind of come down the hallways, and they seem to get the advantage of the numbers on you, Saltmarsh forces pile in and just pile them down. Of the first initial group that tried to get the attack on all of you, you completely overpower them. You move through the other hallways and start going through the rooms. Most of them empty, but in other rooms there are other surprise attacks awaiting. But the Sahuagin are literally no no match for what's
They're in
happening.
disarray too.
Complete.
No guide.
So I will read this to you.
Yeah.
The characters managed to defeat Baron Ketmac. The Saltmarsh forces find the Sahuagin in utter chaos. The strong ineffectually trying to force panicked, weaker troops into the fray. So, literally, some of them have gave up and left, and the others are trying to force the other ones to fight.
Yeah,
So,
like
when
the
they are
champions-
fighting you, they are no longer in that state of blood frenzy. They're like, oh, they're afraid. They
Do
know
I
they're
see the
going to
ones that
lose.
are trying to leave?
No, they don't try to retreat the battle. If there's any who are going to retreat, they've already left. Their forces are completely dwindled, and many of them don't even want to fight.
Yeah, literally the situation is like the champions and
They're
like
already gone.
The coral crushers. No, they're in the back, like
pushing
cattle
forward.
herding all the guys who are like, I don't want to fight, and then they just fucking die.
And Saltmarsh, the human forces, without being able to go underwater, take care of all the fortress that retreat from the bottom upwards and meet up towards all of you guys. I want you all to give me at least one kind of skill check or roll to determine what you do during this battle. Darren, what are you doing?
I'll go with given my natural just ability to understand monsters and what they
Okay.
do. I would like to, and if I could use my literal ability, like if being a blood hunter for this, roll insight to anticipate what they would do in their panic state and basically think 2 steps ahead of them.
Give me a roll. Chino, what are you doing?
I'm in the middle
Crit.
of the. Oh.
Okay, perfect. I'll hold on
Did you roll
to it.
advantage?
It's a blood hunter thing.
Oh, dope.
I am
That's
in
awesome.
the middle of the fray, just going at it.
Cool.
Using pretty much everything I got with it, so I'm thinking after that.
Go for it.
Whenever I try to recall information based off of certain DC stuff, I get advantage on the check.
Nice.
Give your card.
I do.
Ooh,
That's much better.
That's a plus 10, boy.
That makes it 18.
Okay. Rosalie,
No,
what are you
19,
doing?
Sorry.
I would like to,
19.
like I said earlier, I'm very good at hunting and finding people. I'd like to try to make sure that none are getting away through little
Picking up the stragglers.
pathways
Perfect.
that are not on our map, and maybe a perception.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Awesome. Cyrus.
Intimidation. With crazy shouts, I'm leading like the bulk of the soldiers, just gorily tearing people
You're
apart.
just
They're like,
stepping
I don't
forward.
want this, and I'm like, next round.
The Sahuagin prepare for yeah, I'll get to that.
That's a crit. That's gotta be a
Crit.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happens. As all of you... Where's that
Damn, we
one?
killed the thralls. Crit,
So-
crit, dirty 20, 19.
This one's literally called To War, so yeah. We're gonna play this one.
Sounds like we're losing.
No. We're gonna do this one.
Hyrule Castle is incredible for this.
Yeah.
It literally has like soldier marching as part of the.
That's cool. So, here's what's happening throughout this entire bit. As all of you are fighting through the Sahuagin and making their way through the fortress, leading some of the soldiers because you've been here before, there are moments when Darren is commanding a bunch of forces to make their way in certain directions to where they could be. You're like essentially tracking them. And as you lead fortresses over, you see smaller groups preparing for tiny counterattacks, and you just lead soldiers over and just gut the fuck out of them. They have no sneak attack on you whatsoever. They can't even get close to you. Your range and your ability to like strike them at them from a distance allows much ease for the Saltmarsh soldiers to just cleave
It's
through
like
them.
trying to sneak up on a SWAT team.
Yes.
Who are trained to see exactly where you're hiding.
There are few that are turning and running away from the groups to go get more reinforcements from the back. Couple of Sahuagins are running down the hallways, running as fast as they can, and they're met with a dagger as Rosalie tracks them down and stabs them on their way back over. Some of them see that happen, turn and move, and they're only met with a giant fucking tentacle that just slams them to the ground as you're making sure none get away. At the same time, cutting to another moment in the middle of the battle, there are some that are coming out from underneath where the watery bit is, where all of the slaves were, and you are there with a group of like 12 Saltmarsh soldiers, just decimating them completely. They are burned, being thrown up against the walls, gutted and stabbed, and there's just bodies piling up in the entirety of the room. You're using your cape and your abilities. Occasionally one gets the upper hand on you, and you're just like, bitch, and you stun them completely. Another soldier just stab, and it's just completely dead. Meanwhile, in another hallway, there's a bunch of Sahuagin who are like holding their glaives and spears forward, making their way towards
Oh
you.
yeah, like prepared against all the melee of
Yes.
defenders, and I just turn the corner.
Yeah.
Hello.
You just fire all of these rockets and bullets just scatter
It's
down the
literally
hallway.
like chambers shifting as a bunch of different projectiles are just
Awesome,
rapidly
and they
flying.
have no counter for it whatsoever. They're just blown backwards as other Saltmarsh soldiers charge down the hallway and kill the rest of them. And this goes on until none are left in the hallways. None are left retreating from underneath in the deeper parts of the fortress.
The way that this was supposed to go and the way that this goes is about 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, about 3 minutes.
30 rounds, I think?
Yeah, 30 rounds. It is an ultimate victory as you are met with one more person coming up out of the water, and it's Ango, who just looks over. He's a bit bloodied, and he looks at it, he says, that was the last of them?
Guess so.
There's no one else down there, and we cleared out up here.
Cyrus then turns around the corner with only a few Saltmarsh soldiers wounded from occasional like ranged attacks that had hit them, and Rosalie is also there as well, having hunted down the rest of them. The other the other soldiers who had come from the deeper parts of the fortress itself. There's lizard folk kind of spilling out, looking around. They're like sniffing and seeing all of the bodies.
As Ango comes up and he says that, I'm just like, you consider the panic, like all the where they could be hiding.
We killed their fucking Baron. They didn't have any leadership whatsoever. They couldn't do anything. It's a complete and utter victory. And the lizard folk kind of look around, and they and they say, "Our home has been changed,
Yes.
but none are left alive. This place is ours once again." And there's a roar of cheering from the soldiers of Saltmarsh, from all of the gurgling of like the merfolk and whatnot, as everybody celebrates in victory. As in a clean 3 minutes, you have completely eliminated all the forces of the Sahuagin fortress. With the four of you pretty much leading the charge.
I used 13 of my healer's kit uses on the soldiers that were backing me.
Okay, so no casualties on Cyrus's part, and I will say because you had the brunt of the force, there were maybe like 6 or 7 injuries, and then maybe like 2 or 3 people did perish, along with some of the fish people. They also lost a few, but it is nothing compared to what the Sahuagin have lost.
If I had access to healing potions, I would definitely be administering them via via needles.
Okay.
In the middle of the battle,
Stab.
I'd be like stab.
Perfect.
Like,
Take a health kit!
And as you all kind of calm and come down from the battle, Booker, catch! It's a syringe to the face. You have succeeded. You have had a total, complete victory with even the bonus of the Baron defeated, which is a thing you're supposed to do in this part, but you did it in the reconnaissance
not only
mission.
did we kill the Baron in the previous part, we also killed his wife.
The characters effectively gained control of the entire first level of the fortress. This caused the remaining Sahuagin to panic before Saltmarsh forces crashes into the defenses, along with the allies. Any Sahuagin fortunate enough to escape are unlikely to ever be heard from again. Good job, guys. You're badasses.
Wahoo!
Saltmarsh Council rewards the party with 1,400 gold pieces.
Divided, what is
3 random items from Magic Table F in Dungeon
that?
Master's
Oh, that's a
Guide.
good one.
1,400.
Make it 4 so
1400.
we don't roll.
1250. No, that's not right. 350 each.
Yep. Cool. I can pay my crew one more
You
time.
need to play the end of the Star Wars music.
And then 3 random magic items.
Let me pull those up.
From table F.
4
I mean, you're gonna get that ring once it's all
to
right.
her, not me.
Isn't that the idea? Was so you fix your face?
Well,
You
I'd like
will
to.
get it at
I'd
some
like
point,
to
but-
use it to fix my face. I'm not gonna keep it.
It does kind of like that's 3 magic items, but
Yeah.
There's more.
3 and then
that's just one
17
table.
more from this table.
Okay. Who wants to roll a percentage?
I'll do it.
I'll do one.
All right. Who wants to do the last one?
I'll do it.
All right. Just to let you know, F is the biggest one.
Yeah.
It's one of the epic ones.
86.
A regular generation.
86.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cool. Can I have that one, please?
Oh my god.
Sorry. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
But ring of
Oh, holy
I'm-
fuck!
I'm-
You
that's
all
what
rolled
that is.
above 80.
The game's over, Jacob.
Oh, it's fine. I don't care.
What'd you roll?
86.
86.
Holy shit.
All right.
Yours is
Oh my god.
And this is back at Saltmarsh.
This is
They're giving us
insane.
these?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like you have succeeded. They've given you medals. They've given you the gold. And they're giving you these items.
ceremony at like the town hall.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we give you
Elliot
this.
chokes me. like puts the ribbon around me and then
But,
goes.
yeah, so
86?
ribbon, but just slightly tight.
Periapt of wound closure.
Oh, those are nice.
Good.
What did you get?
98.
Is a stone of good luck.
Hey.
Luck stone. And the final one?
83.
83. A headband of intellect.
All three of these
Oh,
things
I know
Vincent
these.
has owned at one point. And I'm just like, ooh, I like all of
Periapt
them.
of wound closure makes so you can't fucking die.
I can't die ever.
Yeah.
Unless someone comes up to you and stabs you 5 times. Then you-
Stone of good luck gives me a +1 to basically anything that isn't an attack roll.
Yeah.
Yep. And a headband of intellect makes your intelligence a 19.
I would benefit from that. I have a 9.
You just become smart.
I don't
Yeah.
think any of us get.
If you use that headband, you do get the extra proficiency points.
Oh, that's.
Oh, Jesus.
Along with that, they also grant the characters a favor, as noted above, but to wherever the characters please.
A favor?
Sorry. This favor can be called in whenever you want. And it is free. The initial favor is free passage aboard a ship headed to any seaport within a week's travel of town. But now it's unlimited. They'll take you wherever you want, if need be. Then there's also
Yeah, I know. That's what
These are the
Ida.
options.
No. These are what you get all of these things.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
jeez.
You get the gold, you get the favor, you get the magic items, and
Well, I'm sorry.
Ida.
I thought the favor was like one of these few things, but it's only passage.
it's passage or whatever you want. So the favor can be multiple things.
Oh,
An
kinda like
option
the thing I
is
had in
they could take
Tesseract.
you wherever.
Like the thing I had in Tesseract.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lordly
it's
favor.
basically. So you can kind of call in that favor to be whatever you want. The last thing is Ida comes over towards you. She holds up a small green gem tied onto this leather strap. It's a bit rough and it's glowing just a bit. She says, "Be careful what you wish for." She
I'm not
hands it.
touching that.
She just holds it out.
Do you want? Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
I'm gonna put it in my safe. And we'll hold on to it for now.
You sure you don't want to make use of it?
Like I say, look, I don't want anything out of that. I'm pretty happy where I am right now, honestly.
I have things I would, but I feel like it'd be better if we hold off.
Memory.
Things like that, yeah.
Besides, we have something else to do tonight. You guys said you'd do it if we lived.
Fucking
True.
goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Are my brothers here?
What?
Yes.
So what is it called exactly, Jacob? Just so I can.
Do I have enough for all of us?
It's. I mean, it's not really an item.
It's a
just
crystal, so it
it's-
grows.
So.
It's a wish.
Do I have enough for my brothers as well?
Sure. We'll see. You found some
They
extra.
bring their own.
Yeah.
I
They
mean-
get our own rapture weed.
Fucking.
This stuff has stats.
Jerry probably would have.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Shern would have led you to the treasure, the lobster.
Sure.
Remember, if you let Shern out, he leads you to
Oh, buddy.
Yep. He will. He leads you to treasure.
Our boy.
What treasure?
The treasure of Shern. it's his friendship.
Sean's treasure.
He takes us to the Baron's room and he's like, or he takes us to the place where we found him and he's like, this is where we met. The treasure is our friendship.
He says, "I know where some treasure is, and I can lead you there as a side quest." Okay, so
Side
Okay.
quest accepted. Well, it's my task accepted.
Yeah,
so you guys
As a
are holding
task.
off on your wish. How anticlimactic.
Well, Darren doesn't necessarily want to fuck with
I'm
that.
not against using it.
Darren has heard rumors about wishes, given he's a blood hunter, and he's like, I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. I know what'll happen if I wish for something poorly, and
Okay.
So instead of a wish, we're ending the game with drugs. Is
These rare plants grow along isolated stony shelves and underwater trenches.
Damn.
Who's consuming rapture weed?
I was forced
think
into
I
this.
think all of us
No.
are.
You're not?
Come on. This is the second time you've backed out on us on something.
Oh yes.
Then at least show us your face.
No.
I
Let's
mean,
play
I'd
a
have to show
mutiny
you
when
my
we're
face to smoke this.
I
That is
mean,
why I'm not.
You
going
eat
to
it.
do
You don't smoke it.
You eat it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
can just turn.
I mean, also you're.
There's a
you're
corner
gonna
right over
lose
there.
The issues with your face at any point. As soon as Ayla is done with it,
Oh yeah, how does
you can
Ayla's
just show-
arm look?
You can just show it anyways.
Oh, it's already back.
Oh, it's back.
It took a day.
Perfect.
I rolled.
Can I?
She's like, ha ha ha! It was really gross. It was really tiny
Yeah.
earlier today, and then
That
now
does
it's
sound
better.
weird.
Can I borrow it, please? Thank
I'm
you.
glad to see that.
Can we see your face now?
May
No.
give me a d6.
2.
2.
Your face will no longer be fucked up in 3 days.
Sweet.
All right.
Alright, so I assume it's almost like seaweed.
Yes.
So I take like a piece of seaweed and give it one to Ayla. I give one to each of my brothers. I give one to Chena. I give one to Cyrus. I give one to Rosalie.
I get my word.
Poor Bailey.
And I'll give one to Bailey.
Bailey was like, excuse you.
I'll give one to
I
Bailey.
fought in the goddamn war. I'm
He's right,
taking
he's right.
Ayla's.
No, we have enough. We have enough.
And everybody eats it?
Yeah, I guess we do.
Sure.
You all.
Die.
Do you?
I'm gonna watch, make sure that you consume it.
Rosalie, do you do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Everybody roll percentage.
I honestly feel like
Roll for Bailey. Roll for Ayla.
this should be the
Not you, her.
Yeah, I know.
This should be like the side quest
Sure,
in
why not?
Skyrim where like you wake up complete like after a night.
You take the drugs, slowly go dark, slowly fade in. You're finally awake.
No! Huh?
Which one's
That
Ayla?
one's.
Dark Souls death screen.
Just, you died? Shit!
I don't know what's happening.
I gotta play the lighthearted music.
Boy. The party wins a war and consumes drugs.
63.
Okay.
Chena got 70 exactly, and Ayla got 49.
39.
Bayleaf got 70. I got 19.
Okay.
Oh no.
There's a 1% chance you become completely incapacitated when you eat it.
Is that if you roll one?
You literally eat it and just.
Wait, what about his brothers? They all tried it
Wait,
too.
what about can I roll for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I roll for Ayla.
Go ahead and I will forget, and Jacob probably does not remember what those rolls are.
And that,
I'm just being honest, man.
I don't think it matters what they are.
Is it only if you get the 1% that it matters, Jacob?
Yes.
Oh, so I can just roll for the brothers? That's fine. Okay. Not a 1. Not a 1. And just almost a 1, but not a 1.
Got 4.
4, okay, almost. Everybody is effectively poisoned. As all of the rapture weed seeps into you, you feel and experience hallucinations and a feeling of euphoria. It's fucking weird, but it's kind of nice.
Euphoria is just nice. It's kinda,
Yeah. It's not
lightheadedness.
it's like lightheadedness. You basically feel high,
Yeah.
and you have hallucinations as well. Things move and shift, and everybody acts very loopy for a long period of
Does
time.
it have any specifications for hallucinations, or is
Yes,
it
if
just
you have
like
the 1%,
mushrooms?
you see a giant shark that tries to eat you and kill you.
Are you serious?
That's if you go incapacitated.
That
So
definitely
you're just
happened.
like that, and you
That's-
You're just like, "Ugh."
That definitely happened to Tal.
Definitely. And it lasts for 6 hours.
See, isn't this great?
You guys wander around town,
This is fantastic.
being high.
Cheena's like, suddenly
Are you enjoying
baking
this?
all the food.
Yeah. All right.
I made some food, guys. Come check it out. It was like,
I made some
it's
more
so
food.
good.
I made stroopwafel. I don't know what stroopwafel is.
You made
but I
moving
it.
stroopwafel is what you made.
How many
Super
arms
awful.
did
You
you
got-
have?
There's
No,
four-
Colton
no.
doesn't know.
Oh!
I think he has 10.
I didn't talk to you, by the way.
I think you're
don't know how
too
to
far
count.
gone.
Maybe not right
I
now.
only see
This is-
11.
See,
I
Colton,
see
Mama,
you're
Tyler.
far
This
away.
is Darren
You're,
Warren
too,
talking.
you're too far
I can't
away.
hear
Maybe
you.
not right now, otherwise. It's weird.
Shut up! I can't hear you.
Stop talking, I can't
I'm
hear
gonna
you.
feed you some stroopwafel. giant.
You're being too loud, I can't see.
What if you put one of those runes on a stroopwafel?
What does it look like?
What if you put a stroop waffle
I need to try that.
in a waffle?
Oh,
That'd just be a
I didn't know-
stroopwafel
It's
waffle.
just a waffle.
It's not actual waffle.
He's just like, oh fuck.
Aren't those the ones you put over like hot
Ayla
drinks?
eats
No.
like
Yeah.
20 stroopwafels.
Yeah,
What does
I
Rosalie do
did.
when she's high as balls?
About
Just
about
kinda like-
stroopwafel?
No.
About
Did the wood always have
He
hands?
is very obviously like he's not saying it, but
Yep.
he's looking back and forth.
Okay.
Darren's brothers, the Rumos brothers, are attempting to play a game where they shoot each other and they try to get as close to their skin as possible. Engo has been shot 3 times already. He's like, stop shooting me in the shin. Just get right next to my knee.
I think that's a new record over there.
And Jerry's like, hang on. Gets ready. Oh! They all start screaming as he almost hits him in the neck. And they're, but like cheering. The instant barbarians. They're like, whoa! They almost get it. They all go fucking crazy.
There's just, you see Cyrus's clothes in the corner of the room and he's gone.
Not those.
Where's
not even
Cyrus?
those.
There's his clothes.
He's just like out in the ocean. I needed to
But
feel
she's not a
water.
stroopwafel.
No, she's not.
I needed to be cold.
He
I
was never
don't
seen
like-
again.
He's just floating.
Forgot how bad
Or
it
he's
was
already
for
out there.
people
He's just
that
like,
have never been on it before.
cold.
Why do you have clothes?
Never mind. Never mind. I'll talk to you about it.
It's like, that's a real, like, life-changing question. Why do you have
Rosalie,
clothes?
would you
Yeah,
take your
he's just
mask
like-
off?
I don't
Thinks about
know.
it way too much.
No, you didn't. What? No, you totally did.
No, I didn't. It's right here.
No, you got a face.
You
I do
guys
have a face. It's just
Yeah.
covered up.
party
No?
and feel great all
Like he
the
actually tries
way
to pull it
No.
down.
into the night.
He actually tries to pull it
No.
down.
Rosalie,
I
even
will
while poisoned,
stab
has
you.
an incredible dexterity. Moves backwards, avoids.
With my new rose dagger.
She literally has a rose.
Holding
and
it the
has
wrong way.
Fuck.
You get it?
My rose
Because your
dagger.
name's
That's
Rosalie.
why I bought it.
That's almost as good as.
Stinky fruit?
No.
And what's their name supposed to be? Because you're like a stinky
I'm
fruit.
Jerry.
Yeah.
That's
Stroopwafel.
no, a Stroop waffle.
No.
That's what our next brother should be named, Stroop.
Your poor mother.
Cyrus walks into the
I
room,
agree.
dripping
We're not gonna
naked.
talk about
Have
what?
you heard about Jesus?
Jerry walks over to you. Yes. No wait, it's fucking. Who's the tall one?
Towel?
Tal walks over. Yes. He never blinks.
Jesus
I
fucking
think
Christ,
he
blink!
died for us.
I said Jesus.
So
I
you
know
know.
Jesus.
You've heard the good news.
He just starts weeping.
Do you really
He
know
does as
those?
well.
You'll probably forgive.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at
Who's
remembering.
No, but I've met
Jerry,
him.
Jerry is tangerine.
Am I Jesus?
Tangerine.
Bailey steps in.
Jerry.
Have you heard of Elvin
Bailey,
Jesus?
where did
No,
you
it's
come
mango.
from?
Hey, what's in the
Yeah, I
water?
got mango.
I thought you
got
had
that one.
clothes.
Towel is
Rosalie.
a bit of a stretch.
Bailey looks over at you, Rosalie. Cyrus asked me why we wear clothes.
Don't know. I don't know why we wear clothes.
The night continues on until eventually you all begin to slowly sleep, come out of the poison condition.
I'm in
And,
like the
I
Family Guy
need-
dead pose.
Yeah, yeah.
Naked.
I need everybody to make me wisdom
I
saving
love the look on your
throws.
face when I said
Wisdom.
last time.
Wisdom saving throws.
Oh,
Oh boy.
that's a 9. But I have Oh, I'm proficient in these. 15.
Oh!
One?
Ow!
One?
One, that one.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
I'm so happy.
I
I'm
got
so
a
happy
6.
someone rolled a
Bailey's
1.
got a 6.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
This is my fault. This is all my fault, and I take
You-
full
What about your-
responsibility.
What about your sister?
Oh, true. She needs to
Oh, and the brothers.
She needs to fucking roll. I need to bring up
Can we just
her
not-
character sheet for this.
What's the DC?
Can we not go on
15.
adventures anymore? Are we-
Okay, Towel and
Your legs don't work.
Your chromosomes expand.
Towel failed.
Of course, Tal failed.
He's the one that probably he's the one that's probably gone like completely incapacitated before. It's like, why I do this again?
Okay, Rosalie's fine.
Yep.
All the Rumos brothers got over a 15 outside of Tal, so
Okay.
I think everyone else has failed.
Okay.
Unless please don't let it.
Okay. What did Ayla
Has
get?
proficiency in this.
Good.
She got a dirty 20.
All right, so 3 fails.
Okay. Roll me a d10.
Oh no.
Those who
Sheena.
failed.
Sheena.
9.
Okay.
They need to roll a d10.
Cyrus, roll a d10.
4.
Remember that number. And Bailey, roll a d10. And
Tal.
Tal, roll a d10.
We both got the same save and the same debilitation.
What do you get? 1?
What?
Alright, that's fine. 10 hours for Tal. 90 hours
was
for
just
Sheena.
90?
40 hours for both of you.
For what?
40. So remember, 40 hours.
Okay.
Sheena, roll a percentage.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
88.
Your bowels have become...
Whenever this character takes damage, she must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of
We're within
15 or be affected as though she failed a saving throw against the confusion spell.
Alright.
So you stand up and you just feel like woozy, and then every time something happens, you kind of like walk the wrong direction.
That is
Your legs feel
amazing.
very funny.
Gosh dang it.
Roll
I can have a
percentage.
conversation with you now.
Oh, ours are different?
Yes.
Yeah, they're-
Okay. This is for
Oh, you
me.
can. I'm still
Shit.
capable.
Just
55.
don't hit her.
For Cyrus,
I can
55, and
think.
Bayleaf.
Just.
Actually, it's better
I've
because
got
you might not
a-
be able to hit me.
41.
Yeah, exactly. That's
41.
the thing.
What'd you roll?
Bayleaf
Mhm.
experiences a powerful delusion. He imagines that he is under the effects of the potion Reduce. He thinks he's small. Cyrus,
So he thinks he's like the size of a halfling or like a
yeah,
kid.
he's like, why am I so tiny?
By the way, I give the potions back because we're supposed to.
Cyrus, you become attached to a lucky charm, such as a person or object, and have disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws while more than 30 feet from it.
Well, I'm with it. Oh, well, I'm too far away from it.
Yeah, if you're out of 30 feet from it, you feel
Pick
fucked
for
up.
me what it is.
It's
It would have to be something I see when I wake up, probably.
a cross this big, this wide.
Like I just
A wooden
I
cross.
I wake up and I see like 2 planks of wood I hammered together
Yes.
with one nail.
And you need it. And
Logan,
That's
you-
significant for some
You,
reason.
you look at it. You look at it for whatever reason. He just gets this idea in his head, and he goes, and he starts singing "On a hill far away."
I hate you.
I have to carry that cross.
Cyrus has to carry that cross.
40.
40. Roll
Also
percentage
strong.
again.
It's
Oh,
like
what?
the same thing. I think
No, I think it's multiple things.
45. This is why he's messed up.
What's his name again? I can't. Tal.
Tal.
Tal is just blind.
He's
So
seen
you're
the
like-
Dark Souls death screen.
Yeah, he gets up and he's like, "Oh, I can't see," and his eyes are completely open.
Oh, that's happened once before, hasn't
No, his eyes are closed. Oh, I can't open my eyes. Cyrus,
it? This is why he
I think
doesn't
I've
close
seen
them.
Jesus.
That.
I-
Just open your eyes.
Who's
I
Jesus?
can't.
Yes, you can. I go over to him and go,
His eyelids seem to forever expand upwards.
It's,
They do not
uh,
open.
What's a Jesus?
It's the rapture weed.
It's the Bailey sits
Side
up.
effect.
Why am I so small? I'm tiny.
That's another one.
It's
What did you
'cause
do to
don't
me?
eat enough, Bailey.
What?
You alright?
China's like stumbling.
That's another one.
No. No.
Are you hugging a cross?
Maybe.
This
And
kid's
that's
just,
another one.
this kid's just
You
why
are
don't
so
do drugs.
tall, Bailey says. Taller than you.
I've always been
Wait,
this
tall? I thought you said you were small.
Yes. He's very tall.
Am
Yeah, I've
I
always
tall?
been this tall.
Wow. I never realized. Everything's so big.
My friend, you're taller than me.
In the bright early morning of the final day after beating the Sahuagin and the lizard folk reclaiming their home,
We face a greater task.
madness, drugs, and yeah, that's where we'll end tonight's game. Awesome, guys. You still got 2 weeks left and a wish.
And 2 days worth of this.
I'm so glad. You guys got... No.
Bailey probably just can't leave his
You want
room.
level 9?
He's having like a panic.
You guys are now level
percentage
9.
goal, the 90 hours.
Yes.
She gets that for 90 hours.
Yep.
You say level 9?
Level what?
Like 8 things just went through your head right now. Yes, you guys are now level 9.
Whoa.
Whoa, level up.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yep.
I don't know what.
We just leveled up.
I'm
This is so
definitely
great.
I'll let you pick
You
this
guys
one.
have to level.
Oh, by the way, Darren on about 5 different occasions was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you."
Hold on.
I'm definitely going. I'm just going Blood Hunter. Like,
Okay.
Should I go
What?
rogue?
oh,
or
I
should I
get
go?
the commentary now.
What's your
Fire
split?
monk.
What's your split? 5-3?
5-3.
Do you get 7 for 6 at monk?
I do not know.
Yes.
No, you were
do.
battle commander this game, so level
6
4.
At, 6 at monk gives you. What does that give you? I think that gives you the immunity to disease and poison.
Yeah, fighter. You'll get the ability score improvement in fighter for level 4.
Cool.
Grim psychometry. I love that ability. It's super cool.
And it might hopefully come in handy. Let's see.
All right, so give me your
roll a
D10 roll.
Ha!
Why do you have a dice box
I got a
and
9.
you still fail to fucking roll?
I got a 9.
No, you fucking didn't. You didn't roll in the
Oh
box.
my god.
Got it on the box.
Colton.
No,
You
I
can
think-
take the 9. That's fine. Colton could have this entire table, and he'll go. Oops.
It's better than Logan. Logan just goes. Throws it behind him.
Yeah, I do that.
All right, give me a D10 for fighter.
5.
Cool. Rosalie,
A warlock or rogue?
what's your split?
5-4.
5-4?
5-3. Sorry.
5-3. Go 4 into warlock.
On a warlock. 4.
4.
I'm finally gonna speed up.
And Cyrus?
Gonna continue
Sorcerer, which I think is a D6.
storyline.
Yep.
I'm gonna finally continue that potential storyline. Beulah and
You want to see me roll bad?
Yeah.
are we making it canon that Sheena is totally seeing?
Two.
Yeah.
Just hanging out?
Yeah.
Are we making that canon? Is that a thing?
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What?
canon.
Do you
Yeah,
have
just-
my max hit points before? Because I think it shifted.
No.
I feel like
You can do, like,
Sheena
any
would probably
combat
wanna
this game.
participate in conversation through them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she wants you to come to her first.
Thank you guys for joining us for tonight's game of Ghost of Saltmarsh. We will see you guys next time on Ghost of Saltmarsh.
Wait.
Done bested!
Yeah.
This guy's Jonas!
Yeah.
That's good.
Is there anything else? I don't think so.
Easy roll of dice!
Can I
is
take
a
the-
thing.
No.
Can I
Okay.
go?
See you. Bye. Bye.